Good morning, everybody. And fuck you too, Jin. Fuck. Forget how much I actually like listening to the music from Alexander Nakarada, and the more I listen to just like, because this dude makes music and fucking just ripping Disney Hercules, I see it's next gonna kill your wife in a fit of rage. Gabby, no! You know what, Jin? I may just do that. It may just be a thing that happens. Just to fucking get possessed by Hera and fucking kill everyone in a fit of rage. Just fucking normal Greek legend things. The legend of Heracles, and then also have like a male lover so good that like people make a fucking temple dedicated to the both of you. just normal homie things. Shit. Well, anyway, I hope everyone's having a good morning so far. Kills everyone. Guess someone needs a Snickers. Listen, Heracles, you're not you when you're hungry. But, yeah, today decided that I'm gonna do a fucking solo run of Outward. And, ooh, my kilobytes per second went down. Fucking dropped into the fucking toilet. Oh, well, that's a problem for later. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share... Because this is an indie game from fucking 9 Dot Studios, and something that's like very, at least recently, near and dear to like my heart and Prow's heart as well. But he can't play with us today. He's at his grandma's house. He's being a good little boy. So we're going to have our own little Outward run, and I'm going to be introducing more of this game to kind of people overall. I want this to be like a more prolonged project type of thing, since it can be that type of game. And it has like a lot of very good environments, like screenshot-worthy places. So I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna try to do a little bit more exploring than I did before, because there are several places that I haven't been yet in this game. So part of my goal is gonna be exploring most, if not all, of the land of Ori. And probably falling back into my roots of making a melee character that just, bonks everything. So we're going to do that. I have yet to make a melee character that does not, like, get absolutely rocked in the beginning. Because even though I've made, like, assassins and, like, bow characters, and, the Trog boy as well, I still get mollywopped when I go into melee combat. So I'm going to see if I can at least try to successfully make a more aggressive melee build. Probably with axes, because, why the fuck not? And we'll go from there. Let me just quickly test audio. For those listening, how is the audio of the game? Alright, I just opened up my phone. Sounds good on that end. If anything sounds weird, if the game's a little bit too loud, just let me know. I'll see if I can mess around, because I was finally messing around with the audio of the game today. I don't know why, for like the last week, I've been testing audio for it, and just for this, for some reason, OBS does not like Outward in particular. So I was shocked when I opened it up today, and it started to fucking work. So, without further ado, why don't we get into Outward? A game where you start off as a literal nobody with two generations worth of debt lobbed onto your head. Let's hit it. Also, for those wondering, this game is split screen local. So if you have a mouse, keyboard, and a controller, you can have someone play with you, be it like a friend or a family member. It is, I will say, by far so much easier with a second person. There's also mods to increase the amount of players that you can have, up to I think like maybe 4 to I don't know the actual limit. I haven't tried modding the game yet, since it does require that you download other software. I'll call myself mild. And there are 3 races. You have normal, Iranian, Traman, and Kazite. You'll see the biggest difference between all of them. Like, Kazites are like basically a combination of samurai and Viking warriors. You'll kind of meet a few of them and understand why, because they're like very piratey in nature. I'll go with the regular dude. See if I can... Yeah, that's fine. Bald haircut is fine. They don't have that much in way of like appearance customization, but I'm fairly certain there are mods for that as well. And they also have, as you may have seen from the last time I did this game, they have a legacy system where if you have items in a legacy chest from another character, they turn into like other weapons. And I have like 3 Troglodyte characters because I'm testing different things out. But if you want to make a Troglodyte in this game, find a legacy chest and throw a mushroom in it. I guarantee you will not be disappointed because it is hilarious. It is absolutely fucking stupid. It makes the game so much harder for God knows whatever reason, because there is a Troglodyte in-game that is able to use like backpacks and different items, but we're just going to chalk that up to like reused assets and higher difficulty. So, now, let's get in. I did read the opening sequence a little bit when I first started playing this with Prow, but what I'll do is, like, for instances where there's either not very much voice acting or scenes like this, I'll go ahead and read out what's going on. This way we kind of have a little bit more going on in terms of how the story is progressing. All my life, I have lived within the safety of CSO, spared the brutality of the world outside. But life in Ori is never easy. For all the safety that my tribe provides, our laws are harsh. We are judged not as individuals, but as bloodlines. The failures of my bloodline weigh heavily on me. My grandmother brought ruin to our tribe long ago, bringing a heavy blood price on the family. We've paid the debt caused by her actions ever since. I joined an expedition across the sea with my old friend Izan, hoping the money made there would be enough to clear my debts. This was a mistake. I'm lucky to still be breathing after our ship hit rocks on the return voyage. Now I have no choice but to pick myself up yet again and face the wild, untamed land outside the walls. I must carve out my future or die trying. Oh, yeah. You literally start off naked and afraid. One thing to immediately note when you start off the game is in the bottom left-hand corner, next to your health and stamina, is a temperature meter. The game can get hot and cold, and it actually brings different debuffs and dangers to when you're exploring. Getting too hot will slowly kill you. Getting too cold will also slowly kill you. It'll also give you a debuff called the cold, which makes you less stealthy and I believe reduces your stamina regen. So managing your health, stamina, and status is like really important. There's also food in the game. So picking berries, cooking them at a fire, making like actual different foods at like cooking pots and campsites. On top of that, you're also going to need to sleep at some point. The longer your character stays awake, the more tired they get, obviously. And just like in real life, the more tired you are, the less likely you'll be able to do things. But if I were to play a magic character, being awake for long periods of time is good because it actually increases your magic regeneration. And then, of course, there's also corruption, which unless I take a certain skill tree, I may not be able to get rid of it, so I'm going to have to make potions to compensate, but that'll be a later problem. For now, there are a couple of things I want to do in this little starting area. Since it is easy enough to get a starting bit of gear, this entire area has a lot of stuff going on. Immediately, as you'll notice, right here is clean drinking water. Very important to find these sources, just so you don't, like, let's say you don't have a water skin to hold water. Clean water sources are your best friend. Otherwise, if you have a water skin but no water in it, you could collect things like salt water, rancid water, river water, boil it at a fire, and then get clean water from that. Managing your resources is a very important part of the game, but not everything is necessary in it. Shit. Also, this is Izan, one of your two childhood friends in this game.
What you need?
Mild, you're alive. You must be freezing. Come warm up by the fire before you freeze to death. Where are we, Izan? The last thing I remember was our ship hitting a rock.
We're not far from home. You can see the lighthouse from here, can't you?
Edo made it out too. He is making his way to Cierso to get help.
He's a Kazite. He was born on a ship.
This probably isn't the first time he's had to survive a shipwreck.
Go ahead and sleep in one of the extra bedrolls.
I'll keep watch for Eto and the rescuers. Before I do that, however, instead of doing that, because that would actually be productive, I'm going to go and fight some hyenas. Because I don't know if my playthrough before kind of described how the combat in this game works. You have, of course, your dodge roll. You can sprint. Attacks, which keep you pretty much stationary. And then heavy attacks, which change depending on like what combo you're doing. Alright, where are... I see one of them. Where's the other? Are they both stacked? No, one's over here. So hyenas can be a little bit of a pain in the ass, because they do have a debuff they can inflict, which is called Infection, which slowly drains your health over time. They also really like dodging. I say that as I hit it twice without really much trouble. Come on. Ow! Fuck. There is also no passive health... Ah, cool, I got Predator Bones. There's no passive health regen, so anytime you lose health, you're gonna need to do something to restore it. Like using bandages. Bandages will stem bleeding, and will also restore your health over time. Whenever you get hit and do stuff too, you get burnt health and burnt stamina, which does not regenerate. You have to sleep to recover it or use items. So you can kind of picture like things getting a little bit hairy once you start getting to like higher level zones, and things just start wrecking your day. Come on. I'm unfortunately a little bit too skilled for the beginner zone, at least for hyenas. Part of the fun is trying to, like, separate certain enemies so you don't absolutely die in the beginning. Let me strip real quick. Don't look, chat. My character's naked. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. There we go. So what I just did is part of the crafting system. Most items you can pick up, you can just throw into your bar right here. Combine any 4 items, and then potentially get something out of it. What I just did is actually very simple armor. Grab any clothing piece, combine it with leather, and you'll get this. Makeshift leather attire. It's decent beginning, because it also gives you increased pouch, which is how much stuff you can just fit in your pockets without being, like, overweight. And it also provides you some protection against the cold. Meaning that if you're stuck out here and winter comes, you're not immediately gonna die, you're just gonna slowly die. A lot of ochre spice beetles, and that's very good. I can show you guys why that's good come once we actually get to Cierso. Because the different beetles in this game, there's a couple. 2 of them you can find regularly out in the world. The ochre spice beetle and the gravel beetle. They're used to make stuff that restores stamina and health. I forgot how to speak English. Don't worry about that. We're just going to ignore that. But very important resources early on. The gravel beetles more so, because you can use those to make health potions, and gonna need a lot of those at some point. Oh boy. Let's get back over here to Izan, and we'll... Wait a minute. I think I'm forgetting something. Let's go... They added a lot of stuff in the distance, and I don't know if that's Oh, it's not even added to the skybox. It's just modeled in. God, the view in this game is freaking gorgeous. You don't need to pick everything up either. The flint and steel and the wood that was in this container, you can pretty much just get anywhere. Wood is an unlimited resource you could just find by just harvesting trees. And a flint and steel, they pretty much just give you before leaving town. At least if you're just playing as a regular human and not a troglodyte. Trogs have this thing where they can't wear backpacks and you can't leave through the front gate unless you have a backpack on. So you have to take the secret exit through the tunnels. So for now, since we pretty much have everything we need from this first area, we're gonna go and sleep in a bedroll, get taken to town, and we'll officially start the game from leaving the tutorial. I'll just... Nope. I didn't want to hit cancel. I didn't want to hit cancel. Please sleep. You need it. You'll notice on this bar down here, and on this just interface in general, there's like some things where you have to consider. Sleeping will reduce how tired your character is, obviously. It also increases your max health, max stamina, which if you have any like burnt health, if you just got mollywopped in a fight and you have like half your health left after waking up, it's important to sleep. Guard reduces your chances of getting attacked, which if you're sleeping in the wild, if you're not in a safe area, there's chances you'll get ambushed while sleeping. And repairing will actually repair any type of weapons or armor that you might be wielding. Adventuring out in the wild, it's very important to manage your item durability as well as your tiredness. Unconsciousness comes quickly, and you dream of being ensnared in something. With a yelp, you jump out of bed. Relief floods you as you recognize where you are. You're back in your old bed at home, in the lighthouse in Cierzo. Izan must have brought you back to your family's lighthouse. Only your aching body tells you that the shipwreck you suffered was not a nightmare. Fun fact, sleeping with your ass up will keep enemies away. They just want you dead, but not like that. Oh my god. Listen, alright? It'll keep some enemies away, but it may attract other enemies. You don't know. Alright, here we go. Another thing to note, anytime that screen comes up, because that's technically the defeat scenario screen, it'll show up and tell you how much time has passed since you got mollywopped and fell asleep. So sometimes it'll range from a few hours to a few days, and since there's timed quests in this game, you really don't want to be passed out for very long if you're doing a time-sensitive quest. Like the one we're actually going to be starting, which they give us 5 days to complete. So don't worry too much. It's an easy quest to finish. A night's rest was taken. You've obtained death up, but you can't sit down. Notes for later. You receive a note. It has a phone number and an address. I wonder what it is. Note as well, food can spoil. You don't get like a random like spoiled food thing in your inventory. It just disappears. So if you have any type of food items, make sure you either consume or cook them. If they're raw, definitely cook them. Don't eat raw food. You get diseases. I can actually make some pretty decent food early on. Ooh, that's pretty nice looking. Dripped out, but I need to make bandages. Early on, bandages are your best friend. They are extremely cheap. There we go. And instead of running out first, I'm going to do myself a favor and start making taurine, because I can get a lot of them. They last for a fairly long amount of time, and they're relatively cheap to make, as long as you have bread. See? 6 of them. And it restores a very good amount of food. I will need a bedroll. Yeah, I'll take one. I'm not gonna worry about a lantern for now. That might be my hubris talking, but I can't attach a light to this backpack, and it's a pain in the ass. Oh. Right. You're all here. To what do I owe the pleasure today?
Rise and shine, Trog spawn. You think you can nip off for 4 months and not pay what you owe the tribe?
I mean, you know, a little rude for like the first thing that I've woken up in the morning. And I like how it just says blonde man. Oh, it's that guy right there. It has a little speech bubble above his head. I was about to say there are no blonde dudes out here unless it's one of the guys in armor.
A blood price is sacred. You can't just shrug off that responsibility.
I mean, I wasn't trying to shrug it off. We were kind of, you know, on an expedition. We hit some rocks. A lot of people died.
If I don't see the money from you by the time I count to 10, you'll regret you ever came home.
Well, that's fucking it. Like, that's escalating it. That's going straight to 100. We were at like a solid 30 before. Holy shit. I just woke up from a shipwreck. Have a heart.
Yeah.
God damn.
You were on that ship too, weren't you? How many lives must your family be responsible for destroying before enough is enough?
Listen, alright? That wasn't even my fault. I may have been present, yeah, but hold up with that. Holy shit. This doesn't change the fact that I have no money right now and can't pay you.
If you can't make the payments you missed, we will seize your home!
Oh shit. That ought to cover only 4 months of ignoring my duty to the tribe. For 4 months, we were in a different area trying to make money. Holy fuck.
Enough of this! 12 people are dead. Stop this shameful behavior at once!
This is a time for the tribe to come together and mourn our lost loved ones, not demand payment from a survivor. She's right, because, you know, as much as y'all hate my family, I was not the cause of this, and you have people to mourn.
To
Your
threaten
first
someone like
instinct is
this
to go
while the
out
lost
and just
lives
start
are still
starting
fresh
shit. Holy
is an
crap.
insult to their memory.
They are a victim of that shipwreck too. Under the laws of the Blue Chamber Collective, I have declared a period of mourning. You understand what that means, don't you?
But Chamber Lady Aberdeen.
Clearly what? Holy shit, man.
I said that is enough! If you want to resume discussions
Hey,
after the
Tartu.
mourning period,
Was that
feel
a bong
free.
for me, or was that a bong for the rude bastard over there on the right? Holy shit. If you want to resume discussions with Mild after the mourning period, feel free. But until then, your concern should be for those whose lives were lost in the wreck.
Oliel, see these people off, would you?
Enough. Bonk. Honestly, I could imagine, like, if she was, like, legitimately pissed, she would just pick the nearest stick and just whacks the guy over the head with it. But yeah, what a way to start off. You go out to try to make money, on your way back you get fucking shipwrecked, and then all of a sudden these people are threatening to whack you upside the head and take your house. Like, holy shit.
You heard, Mother. Away with you, or I will personally
thank
see
you,
to it
Oliel.
that you get double shifts of guard duty.
I will personally see to it that you get double shifts of guard duty. Leave me. Holy crap. Thank you, Oliel. I really fucking appreciate it.
I'm sorry that was the first thing you woke up to. Please forgive them. Many of them have lost family and are not thinking straight.
Don't know how, but the headphones you bought are messed up. Ooh. Here's stuff from the right. Here's stuff from the right with the right headphone. Doesn't that mean your headphones are working? Or do you just not have any audio from the left side? Oh, with the left. No problem, Tartu. And yo, Prow, how yo grandmama? She survived the digging from you could try, like, swapping ears. I know one of the things for me, once I actually started using, like, the big headphones, because I was used to always having, like, the mic coming out on, like, the right side of my head, because I was wearing them wrong. I used mono settings, so I just never was able to tell the difference, but as soon as I started using stereo, stuff that was supposed to be on the left was on the right, and the right was on the left, so I'm like, what the fuck? And then I figured out that, I was wearing them wrong the entire time. Never looked to see if it said left or right on the headphone. I was just wearing them fucking wrong. So, unless they're like legitimately swapped, I want to say like maybe try to like put them on like a different side of your head and see if that works. Oh, it's the small ones. Can't change orientation since they're made like, ooh, shit. That sucks. Oh, is it the ones that like kind of sit in your ear that weird way where they're like meant to only be for like that one ear? Oh, I get you then. That's pretty fucked. I think the headphones that I'm used to using are like the small round ones where like you just hook them on like the out on like the like that little earlobe you got, kind of like the V-shaped thing. So like, it doesn't matter. Why are you cosplaying Patches? Because listen, man, Patches is a lad. And if anything is going to get me through this game, it's looking like the one and only Patches. Totally not projecting on the character, don't mind me. Where were we? But yeah, no, like, sorry about the headphones then. In that case, that kind of does suck. Sorry that was the first thing you woke up to. Please forgive them. Many of them have lost family and are not thinking straight.
If I could do more, I would. The most I can do for you is declare a mourning period and buy you a little time.
You figured out a way to make them work? Oh. Listen, even if it's weird, as long as it works, you're golden. You're golden, my man. If you do not pay off those 4 months of missed payments on your own, the tribe would have my head. For 5 days, no one in the tribe can ask for what you owe. Oh shit.
That gives you a few days to pay back the money.
You owe me lost.
Either gather the money or earn a tribal favor, and they won't be able to touch you.
And now, at first it might seem like, oh, 150 coins, how am I gonna get that? I have like maybe 35 to my name. It's not that hard to earn money, especially if you do, I think the one way which I want to do it, I want to head to the mountain in the center of the map and harvest some mana stones, because they're barely decent when it comes to selling, so I might be able to make this back within like maybe 1 or 2 days. In-game days are not bad, because I think like an hour is like maybe 5 to 10 minutes. It's weird how they do it. I don't know the full conversion. I just assume like after an hour, like a day and a half may pass.
Once you can make the payment, come see
You
me.
can also like wait or sleep
Please
and
find
that
a way
just
to
passes
make it
time
work.
passively. Let's see what the town hall. Please find a way to make it work. The last thing I want to do is take your lighthouse away. Cannot possibly accomplish that. Blood price is unfair, or I will have to head outside the walls.
That does
We'll do
seem
that.
like your most effective option, dangerous as it is.
I doubt you'd be able to gather that much in such a short time just by staying in Cieso.
Never forget, no one is an orphan in Cieso. Do not hesitate to ask the rest of the tribe for survival advice.
Though you owe us a blood price, we will still help you however we can.
If you can do a great deed for someone in Cieso, we will owe you a tribal favor.
Which I will accept as a substitute for your payment. Which, if you go through the game without going through like a storage, the storage in Cierso, you may not find the guy who can give you the tribal favor. Now I'm wearing them upside down, so I forced to change sides. Hopefully they're not sitting too awkward on your head, because it sucks when you have to like do something weird with something you're wearing on your head and it just feels uncomfortable.
Once you're ready to leave Cieso,
So, you know,
speak with
comfort
Burlak, the gate
before
warden.
all else. If it's too weird, don't try to force it too much. Once you're ready to leave Cierso, speak with Borak, the gate warden, who will judge whether or not you are prepared to face the outside.
Remember, you only have a few days. May your ancestors watch over you.
Okay, I have 5 days, 150 coins. That's not bad at all. Considering I used to make like maybe 300 to 400 each zone every time I
I'm
swapped.
glad you survived the wreck.
I'm sorry about your losses. I know how much you were counting on this expedition. That is a very bright... You could flashback someone with that in a cave. That glowing sword is new. When did you get it?
Rufus commissioned it for me as a going-away present.
I was going to leave this morning to go join the holy mission of Elat before Mother could stop me.
But with the shipwreck,
It wouldn't be right
wouldn't
to
be
leave.
right to leave so soon.
Oh, she still has voice lines. I have to stay with the tribe until the mourning period is over. I can't imagine your mother's gonna let you go without another lecture.
I know. Risa has already promised me that she and I will be having a long talk.
Ooh, that don't sound too good. Hope she convinces you. I'll miss you if you leave.
I know. I'll miss you and Izan too. But this is the path I choose to walk.
I'm done letting Risa decide my life. I want to be a part of the greater good, not to rule over people. What build you making? I'm gonna do a Great Axe Berserker type of thing. I want to grab I'm planning on grabbing the Wind Cabal passive for the buffs. I'm also gonna grab the Enrage skill tree because that gives me the leap attack to close distance. I was thinking of actually grabbing what was it? Fucking Spellblade for infusion, so I can actually make my attacks a little bit stronger. At least that was the thought.
Farewell, my friend.
Go now, we both have work to do for Sierra's sake. Something to bear in mind for those who are like wondering. Magic is not something you innately have, because as you can see, I only have health and stamina. But magic has its own little wheel that has like values and stuff. In order to obtain magic, I have to go and unlock it. To unlock it, I need to sacrifice health and stamina in order to build mana. And for however much health and stamina you sacrifice, you gain an equal amount in mana. So it's like a give and take, but you cannot sacrifice mana for health and stamina. So once you make a commitment to getting mana, you cannot go back. It just ain't gonna work, Chief. Yeah, I'm gonna use an axe. I'm gonna go and ask people a few questions. In which case, I think Borak gives me a fairly decent... Yeah, I get Execute, I think. From Borak if I bring him an axe. In this game, there are basic weapon skills that you can get. And then there's also skill trainers that can teach you various different things. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to equip this axe, grab a water... Whoops. Grab a water skin, and then go see Borak, who's... he's the gate guard. He's sitting there with the antlers on his helmet. Any time you do this game, if you want like that little free ability in the beginning, go to him after grabbing like a water skin, backpack, a weapon, and he'll give you a weapon art for the currently equipped weapon you have before leaving. But he'll only do it once. So find the weapon you want to grab. There's an axe, two-handed axe, a one-handed axe. There's a machete that you can grab, a spear. I think there's a two-handed mace weapon that you can grab as well, which the mining pick counts as that. So you can get a fairly decent start to the game. All of them have like good parts and bad parts. For instance, the axe, the execution ability doubles the damage of your weapon when you use it on an enemy that's been knocked down. So coupling that with abilities that have a high impact, like your kick, you can just knock people over and mollywop them with the axe. It's very good early game, at least from what I've seen. There's a lot of different builds you can do. There's like fucking flintlock pistols that you can get, and it's nuts what you can do with those as well. I've made a kind of like a pseudo engineer build to where I would just knock people over with a pistol just to bully them. It's so stupid and so fun. But for now, I'm gonna bully them a different way, and that's by asking them questions when they aren't open to you know, interviews. Oh, and speaking of interviews, I should probably, yeah, I'm gonna sell. No, hold on, salt. I can get a little bit of extra money right at the beginning. When you talk to certain NPCs as well, they can give you little side quests. I don't think this guy has one.
Greetings, friend.
No, he doesn't. He's just a merchant. He sells fish. Oh, Roland, you were watching the lighthouse, weren't you? Or at least we don't know if you were or not until
What brings
afterwards.
you here? How's my brother doing?
This guy kind of becomes important a little bit later if you decide to go with the Blue Chamber, one of the 3 factions. But I don't believe I'm going to be going with that. I might be going with... I really like the Heroic Kingdom because their passives, if you complete quests in like the quote-unquote perfect ending, you get extra rewards from the different factions. It's pretty fucking nuts. Oh, Mild, what brings you here? How's my brother doing? Well, he isn't alive. That's more than most other people on our expedition can say.
Yeah, shame about the shipwreck. Accidents like this happen all the time.
Roland, they're not supposed to happen all the time. Not if the lighthouse is lit. Who was on duty at night? Well, the pay is pretty dangerous. If it keeps pirates away, then I guess it's danger to our ships too. The fuck? What faction are you joining? That depends. I don't think I'm gonna unlock magic. I'm like I'm very much like pussyfooting around with that. You know what? I'm gonna grab Spellblade. I'm gonna do Spellblade, the Unerring Hunter, and I'm probably gonna grab the Stamina one as well. That way I can use infusions and some of the basic boons in the game as well. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do, if that's the case as well, I may as well just do the Blue Chamber Collective. Which means I'm going to have to alter... I'm going to alter my playstyle a little bit. If you grab Spellblade, there's no reason to not grab... Yeah, because the infusions require magic. I don't think they're that expensive. I think like 15 to 20 for one infusion. Since I'm not using a shield, I don't need shield dispersion, which means I can just grab the magic shot, and whatever infusion I have, I can yeet it at the enemy. I can become mage. Blue Chamber gives you extra mana anyway. Yeah, there's that perk. What was that perk again? It was like a 25 extra mana, or like 25-30?
Not a clue. It wasn't me, though, that's for sure.
It wasn't me, though. That's for Roland. I feel like you're lying about that. Shouldn't you be helping
I
get
don't
25
think he
more mana?
wants my
There we
help.
go.
Ugh, this is the worst day I've had in forever.
He always says you're stupid and clumsy. I'd probably just get in the way. You can't help but feel bad for him a little bit. Also, I think he's the only character that has this specific hat. Everything else he's wearing you can pretty much get, but that hat is special to him. Imagine an NPC with items that you can't fucking get. Oh, right. I have to go make a bit of food so I can grab a little bit more money. And by saying that, I mean if you go up to this platform up here, the Spellblade tree, which I was just talking to Prow with, you can learn from this guy, Edo. He's a Kazite trainer. His partner here actually, for 50 coins, she'll teach you... I forgot what the ability is called, but if you have a one-handed axe, you apply pain and cripple to an enemy, slowing them down and making them easier to hit. Alright, so here's what I was talking about when you can talk to NPCs. They'll have like potentially certain side quests to give you. So, with Master Chef Arago,
Can you lend me a hand?
I would like to talk. I always loved that ceviche your parents made. I was never able to achieve the same taste. Could you prepare me a Cierzo ceviche like your parents used to? I'll return the favor.
Yes.
Yeah, sure, why not? You can gather all the ingredients on the beach in the Chersonese. Remember how that goes, right? Rainbow trouts, seaweed, and some salt in a great big pot. Need anything else? Nah, not right now. Luckily for us, we don't necessarily need a cooking pot in order to do this. We could actually just go back to the lighthouse and use the kitchen. Oh, thirsty. You'll get little pop-ups in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, and it'll tell you what buffs or debuffs you have. There's interface mods that tell you like how long the duration is going to be, and what the potency is. But if you ever need to know what a buff or debuff does, if you go to this tab right here, once you go to your inventory, it'll tell you what it is. So water effect recovers stamina per second and increases your hot weather defense. I think it's like 150 seconds. They're actually pretty forgiving as far as buff timers go, because usually a lot of them last for like 2 to 3 minutes, which is long enough for most fights that you get into. So trout, seaweed, and salt. So it's important if you're ever like experimenting with things at a alchemy bench or in like a kitchen, that anything you put in here, if you don't have the right ingredients, it doesn't matter like what order you have them in, but if you don't have the right ingredients for a specific recipe, it fails and you lose your ingredients. So it's okay to experiment, but if you have expensive ingredients, make sure you know what you're doing. These are relatively cheap, so it doesn't really matter too much. As you can see, it made Sierra's ceviche. Once you figure out how to do a recipe, it unlocks it and tells you what ingredients you might be missing. And this one, it'll tell you what the effects of the food are, how much is restored, and what each of the ingredients do. So it's also helpful if you're trying to make specific foods or drinks that you've made before. You have that list and you can just go through it and make whatever you need. Or find your ingredients. There's a special set here in Sierra, so it doesn't protect you whatsoever. It has no special effects, but it's one of the rarest sets in the game because it's extremely easy to miss. I kind of want to grab it just for the head slot because I'm not currently wearing a hat.
Here, a gift.
I only needed to give him one of the 3 I made, and he gave me 4 ocean fricassees. Another relatively cheap dish to make, if you're like early game magic builds, you just need larva eggs, fish, and I believe salt? Either salt or seaweed. But it restores health, stamina, and mana. So it's decent to have if you're a early game magic build.
Can I help you? Curious.
No, I don't want to talk.
Can I help you?
I want to sell this back to you. I already have food in my inventory. I want to keep my weight down so I can actually just go out and... Ooh, ochre spice beetle. I think if it's the beetle, an egg, a fish, and some salt. No, beetle, egg, fish. I should be able to make a pretty decent early game food. I just need eggs. Step number 2. We'll get rid of that. All merchants will have 2 things that will help you make money as well. Of course, silver, which is used to pretty much just buy and sell stuff. And also gold ingots. Items themselves, like predator bones, fish, ochre spice beetle, price varies between areas, so you may not get the same amount of money for one item in Cierso than you would in Berg, Monsoon, Levant, the 4 major cities in the base game. However, gold ingots will always be 100 coins. So if you want to make money to like travel to a different area, like carrying gold bars is also weighs less than carrying silver. All you got to do, sell stuff, get gold bars, and you can just transfer it to another zone and make that same money back. It's probably the most consistent way of traveling around with cash, because every 100 coins is 1 pound. You need 10 gold bars to reach 1 pound. So these are just a lot more economic if you're traveling. I don't currently have enough money for that, so we're going to have to make a little bit. And if you've noticed, since I've been running around, I've burnt my stamina a little bit, so my max stamina has been decreased. It's possible to restore it via certain items, but I don't really need to worry about it too much right now. I'm gonna grab... Yeah, I'll grab that ability from him.
Need something?
I'm going
Well,
outside,
you got the
Borat.
essentials at least. Here, I'll teach you a skill.
Mastering these is key to survival out in the wild. Want me to teach you one for the weapon you're currently holding? Yeah, let's
there
go for
you
it.
go. Mastering skills is the key to survival out in
Execution
the
has
wild.
been learned. You should look for trainers whenever you visit a new town. They usually group near training equipment. Others need to be sought out.
All right. I feel comfortable letting you outside the walls. Use the door when you want to head out.
I'm noticing I think he's using a marble great axe. That's a fairly decent mid-game weapon. Alright, farewell, Borak. I appreciated the talk. I'm gonna go... Oh, I should have gone through the storage. I need a mining pick. I completely forgot about that. Back into Cierso. I have to go out the back so I can find the one guy. I kind of feel bad because there's this NPC that's like got absolutely rocked by a pistol shrimp. If you help him, he gives you a tribal favor anyway. But if you don't help him and you just give the 150 coins to Risa, he just fucking dies. So I always feel a little bad about not saving him. Not required. You get the 2 endings to this quest, which is Call to Adventure. Pay 150 coins or you lose the lighthouse. If you give her the tribal favor, there's a different effect. If you give her the money, the prices in Cierso actually lower a bit for buying and stay the same for selling. But if you give her the tribal favor, it doesn't reduce the buying prices in Cierso. So if you want a cheap way to finish this quest without giving her the money, you can do the tribal favor. But if you want to reduce buying prices, give her the money. It's a little better for your pockets in the long run. What is in here again? Oh yeah, regular axe. Ew, that's not trip. Oh, hide. Let me take that. Boots and hide. Same thing, if I had another piece of hide, I could put that helmet, or that hat, with a piece of leather. Make a makeshift leather hat. Fairly decent early game. Here we go. What I was looking for, the mining pick. And we'll actually go out the back here and look for that one dude. I'm personally hoping these guys aren't grouped together. Nope, they're apart. Let's bully some troglodytes. I didn't put my skill on my hotbar. Let's do that before I forget. You can use skills when they're not on your hotbar, but it's a lot easier if you have an active skill like execution. Just drop it on your hotbar so you can use it. I'm gonna need that. Oh, hello. Let's knock you over. Hit him with the execution. There we go. Did half his health with one swing. Star mushroom, I'm not gonna need that. Those are heavy and are not worth very much. You'll notice that, like, if you're looking for money, the cheapest things to carry around are either going to be alchemy ingredients, monster parts, like the predator bones, and certain gemstones you get from mining. Carrying certain weapons are very expensive, but it's just more economic to go with the other stuff. Here we go, go out the back. And since I dropped down, I can't use that cave to get back into Cierso. So I'm gonna have to take the long way around and pretend I may as well hit the hyena cave. No, I'm heading out here anyway. I'm gonna go to the Conflux Mount. I do have a bedroll, so I'm good. Let's hope that pistol shrimp does not see us. That's one of the first enemies that you can meet that actually uses magic. Quack. Honestly, I think a duck could probably take that thing on. Ah, there's another fucking pistol shrimp right there. Turn around, motherfucker. I don't need you looking this way. The other one's over there. You don't see me. It sees me. Alright. Oh, right, I forgot. Backpacks slow down your dodge roll. So if you're in combat, take off your backpack. Hey! Yeah, fucking get away from the water, you bastard. I hate fighting enemies that are backed against the wall. I also hate being backed against the wall, because that also is very AIDS. Oh, thank God, that actually... Ah! Ah, you Put something between myself and it. Good spot. Heal. Ooh, he has a direct line of sight. That. Come on, early game pistol shrimp. That. Oh, I can stagger him now. Eat the fattest stick you can find. That. Back up. Ah. Ow. Right on my arse. Ooh. Stamina returned to me. One of the things I also like, your character gets visibly tired if they've been running around or fighting for too long. I have very little stamina base. Oh, don't guard my backpack. You little cunt. Take another bandage. At times like this, I wish I had a healing potion. Oh, can I? No, I can't, but he can. Come on, lock on. Ah! Alright. Yeah! Yeah! Wait for my stamina to come back. This thing hits fairly hard, so I don't really want to get touched. Oh, he's climbing over it. He's doing that shrimp thing where he does the illegal moves. Yeah. Come on. Oi. Alright. Get some distance. Alright, he should be one hit away. There we go. Hard fight.
And his name is John C.
Absolutely almost died. But we managed to kill one pistol shrimp.
Thank you, Lord. I'm not going to die here.
But this is also the guy that gives you the
Thanks a bunch.
the tribal favor. Thank you, a million times thank you. I seriously owe you for this one. I'll talk to Onrissa and make sure you get a full tribal favor for this.
Ow. I don't think I'm fit to run back home just yet.
That is an early game enemy, by the way. They are not hard to kill if you know what you're doing, but if you're like me and you're a 100% a pro gamer, they can be a little bit troublesome. That cave I can't go into because I don't know how to progress it. Speaking of that, actually I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Sometimes you'll find locations kind of like this one over here, where it's very obviously a cave that you can go into, but there's a certain mechanic that stops you from progressing. And this one, I don't know how to progress it. It's the Starfish Cave. I mean, granted, there were a couple of giant starfish on it. But, as you can see when you go inside... Oh, wait a minute. The water is down. Hold up. When did this happen? Every time I've come in here, like, it was flooded with water. Huh? There's also a pistol shrimp over there that I really don't want to mess with right now. Salt deposit. Junk pile. Ooh, alchemy kit. I'll take this over here as well. Blue sand can sell for a decent amount. What is... Alright, this is more blue sand. Alright, well, chat, this is a new area. Oh, there's another fucking pistol shrimp. Yep. That's clean water. Yup. Ow. Alright. I'm gonna not mess with him for now. Can we not? I'm gonna completely under control. I think what might be over there is a, there might be a chest. I kind of want to take a look. I don't want to fight the pistol shrimp right now, though. That's going to take too much time. And energy. I don't have that much stamina as is. Be gone, shrimp! There's nothing over here. Just a pistol shrimp. Alright. Be gone! Oh. I missed. Let's go. Hit the legs! Ooh. Alright. You know what? I was never actually able to go into this cave, so I'm glad I was proven wrong right at the beginning of stream. And so, instead of going directly back, since I think I have a little bit of bag space left. Yes, I have 5 pounds of bag space. I should be able to go to the Conflux Mountain and grab a few items. I will move this to my bag and this to my pocket. The most efficient use of space that I can get. Luckily enough, the makeshift leather armor, decent early game item, that 5 pouch bonus helps you kind of manipulate how much backpack you have. Especially the primitive one, which only gives you 25 space. It doesn't specify pounds or kilos. I'm assuming it's pounds. I'm not... maybe kilos. I'm not 100% sure what the difference is. I'm still learning a little bit more, like, metric and imperial. So, bear with me as I try to figure out the differences. It actually would be a little weird if it was like 10 to 15 kilograms in your pocket, since that is heavier than pounds. Ah, blue sand. You love to see that sparkle. The thing with blue sand as well, why it's a pretty decent thing to sell early on, you can also take it and make armor out of it. But it's not the type of armor that you can make in your hands. If you go to the blacksmith in Ciarso, I think the whole armor is worth 500 to 600 silver coins, and I think like 6 blue sand. He'll actually make you pretty decent set of heavy armor. The only downside with the heavy armor in this game is that it reduces your movement speed and increases the stamina cost of actions. So, if you're fighting things and you're getting too tired too quickly, it's not okay. I need to heal again. I don't have that many bandages left. I have 2. Alright, so the target of today's expedition is that mountain over there. That is the Conflux Mountain. I already have a pickaxe. That is the Conflux Mountain. And the Conflux Mountain has the first place where you can go in and get magic. And it'll teach you your first spell as well. I think one of them is Conjure, or you can get Flare, which is a little spark that you can use to light fires. But if you put down like a Wind Sigil or a Fire Sigil, it has a different effect. Magic has a lot of different combos. Different sigils have different effects, and using different spells or weapon attacks can have different effects as well. Like using Wind Sigil, and I think it's Wind Sigil. It's either Wind Sigil or Fire Sigil. And then the Flare spell, it causes a bigger fire explosion. You get a fireball instead. And there's also another ability called Mana Push, which is a slight amount of impact damage. But if you use that with a Wind Sigil, it's actually like a projectile that gets launched out. So magic itself in this game is a lot about combos, and it's very technical. It's not easy to learn. God, look at that moon. I think... yeah, this game has 2 moons from what I've seen. There's this one here, and then there's a red one that you can see in the daytime. From how, like... because the game kind of looks older, more towards what you'd see with Oblivion in terms of how the graphics look. But it's still a very oh, God, no. Blackbird, Blackbird, Blackbird. Let's not. Oh, no, it's following us. We might die here. The reason why I'm kind of like sprinting in the opposite direction, even though it's just an ostrich, is the fact that it is in fact an ostrich. The black pearlbird, compared to some of the white ones that you may have seen in the background, the black pearlbird is considered an alpha predator, and there's only 2 things in this area that can go toe to toe with it. The first one is a shell horror, and the second one is a fucking Hey, Mighty Fox, thank you for following. Hope you're enjoying me kind of like explaining my way through this game so far. Kind of the only thing that I could think of as I was going through, because, you know, being silent and giving no context is kind of hard, especially for this game. Oh, I absolutely love this game. If you ask my opinion on Outward, I love it. The developers have done such a good job. If it was like daytime, morning, or dusk, this would have been like a better view. It's a very difficult game, I will say that. Especially with like, it's not very beginner friendly, and it doesn't really hold your hand with the way the quests are. But if you like overcoming challenges, and you like going through quests to kind of in like a detective mode to figure things out, you'll have a lot of fun with it. If you have a friend as well, you can play this game with a friend. There's actually, I think, through Steam, they have a mechanic to where you can play remotely with someone, as long as they have a keyboard and controller, and you have a keyboard and or controller, you both can play. It kind of acts like a split screen scenario. Ooh, Hackmanite. Immediately the game kind of drops you into like an oh shit situation to where like you owe a bunch of money because your grandma in the past did something that pissed a bunch of people off. And you're pretty much still paying for it. 2 generations down the line. Not to make anything said, I overcome cancer, so... and yeah, you have a friend, so that's why I'm asking. Oh, yeah, it's... congratulations on overcoming cancer, and listen, you and your friend may have a lot of fun with this game. There's a lot you can do. It's a lot more heavily focused on survival. Because like, as you kind of see, I got thirsty and had to drink. Managing all of this is part of the game. I'm going to probably have to sleep soon. Food, drink, you can, when you get hurt or you move around too much, you get burnt health, burnt stamina. There's a lot of stuff you wind up having to manage. Me and my buddy Prow, he was in chat earlier. I don't know if he's still here. We play this game a lot together. And there's different builds you can make. You can make different magic builds, melee builds, range builds. And there's all different like skills, breakthroughs, and passives that you can use. And there's a very high degree of customization to the point where you can either like fuck up a character entirely or make one of the most overpowered things you've ever seen. Like my buddy Prow, he made he kind of recreated one of his Hex Mage builds, and he went less Hex Mage this time and more of just like a pure decay god. I think he has like 180 damage max with all buffs. Gym time, goodbye, patch 7. Have a good time at the gym, Jin. Get those gains, son. Ah, another Mana Stone down there. But he went like full decay build, and he's completely immune to it. He takes almost double damage from lightning attacks at the same time. But I've seen him one-shot a lot of like high-end enemies just with his own build. So you can do like some pretty stupid stuff. Early game, I would say, is probably the hardest. Yeah, get those gains. Early game is probably the hardest since you're pretty much like Bambi straight out of the fucking womb, like coming in, you don't know what the hell is going on, you have pretty shitty equipment and weapons. But it's a good indicator of like teaching you how to do combat, how to dodge, when to run if there's a lot. Oh, hello! When to run if there's a lot of enemies. Oh, you bastard! End it. Come on. Oh, he's stacked. I'm gonna fucking die here. When I said run, this would be a good chance to do that. Backpack. Oh, never mind. I actually did die. Ow. And when I said death scenes earlier, this is one of those death scenarios. I really hope it's not Vendavel, because that's a pain in the ass. Ooh, I really hope it's not Vendavel. I got kidnapped by a ghost. Great. Purple grass surrounds you as you stir from unconsciousness high atop a mountain. Your life-threatening injuries have been bandaged by a hooded man who silently turns to leave, entering a door along the mountain wall without a backwards glance. Oh! Okay, a few hours have passed. We were probably... Yeah, we were saved by someone from, I guess one of the doors. Alright. Not terrible. And we didn't lose too much time. Still only day 3. I'm fucking starving. %. Very hungry. Oh, let's take a look at those negatives we get from being hungry and thirsty. Max health decreases 3 times faster. Damage you... Oh my god, minus 25%. Much gameplay is there, like 100 hours, or you can go days like Minecraft. It depends on how fast you want to do like all like the main scenarios. Because if you can go through and probably speedrun this game in like maybe 4 or 5 hours if you know what you're doing, just doing the main scenario stuff. But with all, if you want to do like all the side quests, explore all the dungeons, you probably have like a good maybe week's worth of content just going through with a friend. There's also end game bosses that are really difficult to fight that you can pretty much gear yourself up for, and that's the end game of, well, this game. Going in, fighting extremely difficult bosses while trying to grab some of the best equipment that you can. I would say you're probably looking at like days of trying to find stuff. And even then, you may not grab everything that you could potentially get. So you would have to, like what I'm planning on doing here. My next place I would be going to is the Enmakar Forest. I'm gonna try to join the Blue Chamber Collective today before leaving, before ending stream. and that is one of four factions that you can join. So if you want to do everything in the game, you pretty much have 4 playthroughs right there of just main scenario quests. Because instead of everything in this game revolving around your character is a part of a main plot. And depending on who you join as a faction, determines what your role in that plot is. Like if, and I'll just say this because I've done like half of the the Heroic Kingdom of Levant quests. If you go to the guys in the desert and you do the Heroic Kingdom stuff, you're like a wrench in the plans of someone trying to take over a throne. If you're in the Blue Chamber Collective, you are an olive branch trying to bring everyone together. At least that's what I got from Prow. I could be wrong. Oh, supply cache. Those hyenas. Bandages. Yes! Let's not piss them off. Ooh, hubris be my sword. Alright, piss off, doggo. Let me not be near them. Not be near them. Aha! Get walled! I think... Yeah, I'm gonna grab the last one that's over... yeah, the last one that's here. And then I'll start heading back to Cierzo. Because even though it's still pretty early, I have, I think, 2.5 days left to make the money I need. Which is not that much, I just need another 90 coins. And then I can complete the first timed quest. Which, I don't know if you were here earlier when I was talking about timed quests, but what there are is, you immediately start within a timed quest, pay money back for like the debt your family owes, or you lose your house in Cierzo, which is pretty much a guaranteed safe zone that you don't have to pay for. Otherwise, you'd have to spend money to sleep at an inn, or you sleep outside. Houses are extremely valuable. Most of them you cannot get until you finished the main quest line. And even then, you still have to pay like upwards like 500-600 coins for one, unless you've done the parallel quest, which is a timed quest that could either give you a house for free at the end, or it significantly reduces the cost of it. Oh, that giant fart cloud of the vigil pylon over there. Since I'm not doing the holy mission of Elat, that big tower over there with the green gem on top of it is the vigil pylon. The vigil pylons were developed by the man god Elat with the holy mission in order to deter the scourge from coming back to the land. Basically what happened was there's 6 tribes that lived pretty much in relative peace decades ago, until this extremely powerful enemy came in and just fucked everyone up. I'm actually going to go to a cave with a friendly version of them because I want to say hi, and because he's a lad. But they fucked everyone up. There's a location that became a desert because of their presence, and a person broke the bonds of humanity, became a god, and used his power to drive them away. The Vigil Pylon is his answer to the problem of what happens if they come back. Basically what he did was he trapped a Scourge Beast inside of the Vigil Pylon and has a whole bunch of ghosts of his best warriors constantly attacking it to keep it screaming in pain. Its wails are what deter the Scourge from entering the area. So, yeah, the Vigil Pylon is probably one of the scariest things you can consider when thinking of Elat. Because the people that are doing it, they had no idea that they were going to get thrown inside of a giant rock to poke a Scourge Beast for all of eternity. And that thing is still alive, it's not dead. Inside that giant rock is a living monster. which the only record of one of that size being killed is Elat himself and the king and queen of the heroic kingdom, Queen Calixa and Lord Simeon. Ooh, health potions, I need those. And the mineral teas, which are going to let me restore my health. Ah, thank you, Friendly Immaculate. So this is a friendly version of one of the enemies that you'll see in the game. He is called an Immaculate. He likes reading, and he has a pet bird. So, why don't we have a nice little conversation with this guy, and we'll get a little bit of exposition. He doesn't speak, he doesn't have like an English voice actor. He kind of just sounds like a monster. So, we will be giving voice to his words today. The sea breeze in the Chersonese always fills me with the urge to travel. It's a pity that winter is so unbearably cold. You're a monster from the Scourge, an Immaculate. And the circumstances of my creation are no one's concern but my own. What I am is alive. Is it my fault that my enemies stir in me an instinctual rage? I avoid contact with them for this very reason. I wish no one any harm. So, that phrase in and of itself, the Immaculates exist because of Elat. And they hate the Holy Mission for it. Actually, a good thing to note, if you join the Holy Mission, the Friendly Immaculate becomes an enemy, and you can't get the special weapon from him that he gives you if you do things correctly. In the 4 base game zones, the Hollowed Marshes, Enmakar Forest, Abyssar Desert, and here in the Chersonese, if you just talk to him there and don't ask him for help, then he'll give you a special weapon at the 4th time you find him. He's just an absolute goat. Let's see. Who are you? I sense there is more to that question. What's your name? Names are a human thing. My kind can tell one another apart without such arbitrary nonsense. We only call ourselves Immaculates because that's what your kind call us. What are you doing here? I am on a journey. I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to see all that this world has to offer. I would like to be free of these instinctual shackles. If I never had to harm another person or beast again, I would be content. You seem to enjoy reading a lot. Yes, the knowledge from humans long since gone is quite valuable, and the way your kind makes fake history, stories, for the purpose of amusement, it's a comfort to me on the lonely road that I walk. Like, this character, in and of itself, I absolutely love it. Immaculates themselves are extremely hostile, but instead you find this one Immaculate with a dump truck of an ass. He is absolutely gorgeous, that figure. But just by speaking to him, he just wants to travel. He doesn't want to hurt anyone, and he even saves your life. Unicycle. Yeah, get a good look at that dumpy. There's like 3 other locations that we're gonna be talking to this homie in, and we're just gonna. I might just pan the camera right here just for fan service. In this house, we stand the Friendly Immaculate. Thank you for the chat. I'll be off. Hope our paths cross again on my journey. Having friendly company brightens my day. I also love his bird as well, because he just has a cage. What is that, a blue jay? Robin? No, robins are red. But he has like this little bird in a cage as a pet. He's just standing here reading. I just love this. Like, the Friendly Immaculate is an amazing character. He also has a different opening line for when you find him in the different areas, and it just further brings what his character motivation is. I fucking like one of my favorite NPCs in this game. It's a shame that the rest of his kind are fucking douchebags. fine asses, but holy shit. Alright, we'll continue. You know what, let me see if I can grab a gravel beetle from this. Nope, a small sapphire, ooh. I actually think with that, I should have all of the resources needed to finish this first quest. So, with that being said, let's head back to CRSO. We'll pay off our debt to keep our lighthouse, and then we'll go through and see if we can grab some more perks and passives. Because since I want to go Spellblade, we are going to have to go back into that mountain right there. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but at least we'll be, at that point, a little bit better equipped to get our ass kicked. Actually, where are we? So something to note. Your map has no indication of where you are, and you kind of have to treat it as like we have this landmark right here, the Conflux Mountain, which is right there, directly to our south. So which means we're most likely right around this area here. All we gotta do is go north, northwest, and then we'll hit our destination. Most major landmarks are marked on the map. So as long as you know where a landmark is, you can pretty much find yourself on the map and then find your way back to where you need to go. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. It's kind of like, it's actually very much like Morrowind in the way of you have no clue where you're going, you just have a direction and an objective. Let's grab wood. Would you believe that we need to make a campfire? Do this. Since I have a shrimp in my inventory, I can feed myself, so I don't have to use the eggs, because I need those. I can't use this shrimp for anything other than just eating it. It gives you passive mana regeneration, but since we don't have mana, it's not exactly something we have to worry about. There are better foods for it that I can make, so I will be prepared for the time where I actually grab it. I can take all that. My bag is overweight by 1 pound. That's actually not bad. Ooh, wait a minute. Food, drink. Yeah, this should restore a little bit of drink as well. Nope, never mind. Just food. Alright. I said I need to go north, northwest. We'll take this path. After we get back to CRSO, if I have enough money, I'm going to buy an iron great axe. And then what we'll do is we'll go bully the fungus people for money. And by fungus people, I mean the troglodytes. And the interesting thing about the troglodytes is wherever you find them, there is a high presence of just straight mana. Like, mana crystals are forming. The Conflux Mountain has a fucking lot of them. So me and my buddy Prow were like theorizing, at least in context of what we find in the game, that the troglodytes most likely evolved for I went the wrong direction. At the very least, we have a good view of the bandit hideout. Go back this way. We have a good theory as to what the troglodytes are, and they are a race that formed from an evolution of high concentrations of mana and the presence of fungus. Because when you play a troglodyte character, you can actually make armor that makes you look like different kinds of troglodytes. And it's a combination of a regular like clothing piece and a fungus. So he and I theorized that the troglodytes are just walking fungus. I can't carry everything. I'm just gonna eat that and go. Yeah, the troglodytes are walking fungus, and they're smart enough to be able to make weapons, make clothing, carve statues, and like little huts and hovels. One of them is even smart enough to be a traitor, but he gets imprisoned by his own people for, I guess, crimes against troglodytes. So they have this high level of intelligence to where they can use magic, they can make crafts, they have stonework, but they're savage to the point where they don't care about other creatures. They're just like, oh, you're not a troglodyte and you exist, perish. It's literally just perish. And something that I've noticed, and we'll find him once we actually go to the first troglodyte cave. The troglodyte archmage has a banner wrapped around his body, and it has a symbol on it. So the troglodytes themselves have... That's a fucking Wendigo. Why is it here? That is one of the creatures that I mentioned earlier that the black pearlbird cannot kill, because the Wendigo itself also has magical attacks, and when it hits you, it applies a weakness to cold. All of its attacks do cold damage. I'm going to avoid it. I'd rather not fight it. The Wendigo are horrifying enemies. And one of them I do have to kill for a timed quest, so that's going to be fun. I may have to bring fire spells with me. Which... Oh, fight it. You know what? Unicycle has spoken. Let's go fight the Wendigo. Ooh, I'm gonna need... I need to restore my stamina. I don't have a way of doing that. Actually... Protects from cold... Yeah, no, I don't have a way of restoring my stamina. Actually, if I wear this boot... Yeah, if I wear this boot, I have a little bit more protection. I'm gonna go see how well I fare against the Wendigo. In classic Wendigo fashion, you learn that these guys are formed from, like, people going full cannibal. Ooh, hopefully he doesn't see me. He sees me. He sees me! Enough with the magic, man. Oh, hi. I actually deal a fair amount of damage. Yeah. You could tell I'm terrified. I have very little stamina. Yeah. I don't want to be near that attack. Ow. Alright, weakness to cold immediately. Alright. Come on. Bait. I have to restore stamina. If I unlock, I should have an easier time. Yeah, I have an easier time. Ow. Ow. Alright. Ow. Mollywopped. Oh, I died right outside the fort. I wonder what defeat scenario this is. I don't think I've actually gotten this one. Am I inside Ghost Pass? I'm inside Ghost Pass. I hate everything. Bro, what is that emo? El Papi Hi. The fucking potato with a smiley face, God. Oh, I missed the first sequence. Alright, I'll read the rest of it. You force open your eyes and find yourself in a cart with prisoners and corpses, bouncing along the road. A corpse hanging from a gibbet passes your vision. As unconsciousness takes you, you know that you have been taken prisoner by the Montcalm tribe. Hours later, you open your eyes again. Imprisoned within the Montcalm village, you have no doubt they intend for your corpse to join the others dangling outside. Oh, so we're actually inside the fort, not the Ghost Pass. Motherfucker, they stripped me naked. Ooh, I got a mace. Alright. I'm not completely defenseless. I'm just absolutely Alright, I'm gonna need the... Ooh, pungent paste. That's what I need. I need to get my shit back. That's what I gotta do. Alright, let me sneak. And... I should be able to just run to where my stuff is. So I think... Yep, I know where it is. Alchemy kit here that I can sell later. Oh, please, I can't walk over that. Oh, yeah, no, I just can't go that way. The lieutenant's over there. The boss is up there. Just a regular bandit should be fine. Primitive satchel. Oh no! Ah, my shit's inside one of those. Bait! Do this. I'm in fucking pain. Which... Nope, not this chest. We bait him again. Come on, I just need to grab my shit again. Here. Oh, I'm fucking. Drop, drop, drop. Where? Alright. My backpack. Come over. Grab that. My bag is going to be overweight, but that's fine. Exit. Ooh, that was painful. I have no health, and what is pain? I think pain reduces your defense, right? Yep, physical resistance lowered. That is equally not good. Do that. I'm gonna have to drop that just so I can carry more. That I'm gonna drop. Move that to my pocket. Alright, I'm fine now. I don't have any way of restoring my health except for this. There we go. I should be able to make my way back to Cierso. 22, 18. Oh, this actually does more damage, but I don't get execute. Alright, let's just make our way back to Cierso. Now that I know that I can actually deal a fair bit, bandits, that I can deal a fair bit of damage to the Wendigo, I think next time I find that basic one when I come back, yeah, I'll come back for it. I'll fight it again once I get a better weapon. Maybe some better armor. Ooh, alright. More bandits. I'm still in pain, so let's not fight them. I'd rather not have to deal with trying to grab my shit from them again. Ah, that's a fucking spike trap. Ah, that's a bandit lieutenant. He should... Yep, he stopped aggro. Alright, it's day 4, so we do need to go back to Cierso. Oh, they took fucking money from me. Assholes. I had 63 coins in my pocket, they took 20. I'm coming back for you guys. I don't appreciate that you robbed me. You could have just left me to the Wendigo. It probably would have just dragged me to a nice little cave, had me sitting inside there and just absolutely rotting away. But nah, y'all took my money. That's fucking personal. Thank you for following Unicyclic. I appreciate it. We will have our revenge on these bandits. I just have to get a better weapon. The Felling Great Axe, while nice for the impact, doesn't have very much in the way of actual damage. So I'm going to trade it for an actual axe so I can come over here and just ask these guys some really important questions. Just the burning question the world needs to know. Ooh, I'm going to save these. Actually, that's a good question. Whenever I see bullets, I'm like, oh, I could get a pistol. And then realize I probably shouldn't because I'd want to do a two-hand build. I'm so used to using an assassin-type character that has a pistol and a dagger. And it's just like, wanting to use a two-handed weapon, or do I go back to my degenerate ways of stealth assassin? Be it Skyrim or Outward, I'm usually playing an assassin. Alright, the safety of Cierso. Let's see how much money
friend.
we actually managed to make. I'm keeping that alchemy kit. Actually, these I'm going to keep. Because I need to sell the boots that are in my backpack.
Greetings, friend.
Let's sell that. I'll see if I can find a beetle to make a potion. All that blue sand. All that. 50 per 100%. I am good. And I don't have enough to get the breakthrough skill. I do have enough to get the other stuff from Edo. So that's the important part. Alright, so we're going to go pay off our debt. And then we're going to go say hi to our Kazite friend and grab a couple of abilities from him, because we are going to need that. Of course, after we get a new weapon, so we don't get mollywopped as hard. Armor is going to be a little bit harder to come by, because I don't want to put myself in plate armor yet. Actually, I might try to find some other, maybe Kazite armor. I'll find something out.
Greetings.
Heavy armor just has too many downsides.
How go your efforts?
How go my efforts? Well, I would love to talk about my blood price right now, because I
have a way to
made
make
a
that payment.
hefty sum
Show
of
me.
heavy pockets. Yeah, I have 150 silver right here, Risa.
And on time, too. I'm impressed.
Mild, you've proven that you can be an excellent asset to the tribe when you put your mind to it.
I'll see that this money gets to the families that need it most.
Thank you for your efforts. Well, you're welcome.
Oliel and Izan are leaving Ciezo.
Now, with that being done, I actually have time until the next timed quest. In which case, I can sleep in a bed and not be in pain all the time. Because my health and stamina are, not looking good. Oliel and Izan are leaving. You should speak with them before you go. What do you mean they're leaving? What's going on?
Oliel is leaving to go join the holy mission of Elat.
Nothing I could say would convince her to stay. You know what? She really didn't like being here, so I'm gonna go with the first one. It's about time that you let her go. You cannot understand what it feels like to have your only daughter forsake her name and home. I may never see her again. She was born into such a good and an advantageous family, and yet, who am I to argue with a literal god? Well, for one, I think I could tell a couple of reasons why she's leaving. Number one, you wanted to push off Chamber Lady onto her without really asking her opinion about it. And from what she says, you have a lot of strict conversations. So I could tell a couple of reasons as to why she doesn't want to stay. Alright, now let's go on to Izan. Why is he leaving? He can't be ready for another expedition already.
A blood price has been declared upon his bloodline.
The shipwreck that killed so many of our people and nearly took your life was the fault of Izan's brother, Roland. A blood price has been declared. Roland, why am I not surprised?
This is troubling.
Roland always did have his head in the clouds, but to show such negligence, he must be held accountable. 12 people are dead because of his actions. For context, in the beginning, your character was part of an expedition to go, grab arms, armor, and make money in another country. So, on your way back, Roland was in charge of keeping the lighthouse lit. Homie fell asleep, and your ship hit some rocks, and 12 people died, with, I think, maybe 3 or 4 people surviving. Izan bears responsibility as well. As captain, he should have known better than to approach the bay when the lighthouse was not lit. This tragedy would have been avoided if either of them had used their heads. Granted, she's not wrong about Izan, because I think he was just focused on getting the ship back, to where he didn't think oh, I don't see the lighthouse. I probably shouldn't be trying to dock at night.
This is unacceptable.
Roland accepts the consequences of his actions. Izan refuses. He has chosen to exile himself from Ciezo forever, rather than do his duty to the tribe and bear the blood price. Well, Roland is actually a good guy. He's clumsy and, you know, a little stupid, but he means well. Like, whenever you talk to Roland, and we're gonna have a couple of conversations with him along the Blue Chamber questline, and he's legitimately not a bad dude. Damn it, I'm losing two
This
friends
is the way
in one
things
day.
have to be.
I know this can't be easy for you, but this is the way things have to be. This is the way.
Come back once you've said your goodbyes to them.
Mandalorians in this place, I swear. Once you're done, we should discuss your future here in Cierso, now that you can handle the world outside. Well, I can potentially just barely handle myself. I do need to gear up a little bit better. Oh, I can sell that hat. How does it look, actually? Oh, that hot weather resistance and reduces... I look like I'm ready for Mardi Gras instead of going out with this mask. I feel like I should have the red clothing on top of it. That's a really nice purple. You know what? I'll keep it. It messes with the drip of the clothing I'm currently wearing, but it's a little better than having nothing on my head at all. In which case, let's go talk to the blacksmith. We'll get... I didn't grab my fishing spear. That's nothing lost. I can get another one. I'll talk to the blacksmith. We'll grab a new weapon, and we'll be even better prepared for the dangers outside. Actually, let me talk to the Cereborian Caravaner. Because this guy usually has... No, he has Coral Horn Antler today. So he does not have anything useful. What I'm looking for from this guy is usually at the beginning of the game, he'll have some pretty decent, like, endgame equipment. Like, the palladium spikes themselves are extremely valuable. But things like the Coral Horn Antlers can be used to make other weapons. Combine that with a recurve bow, and you get the Coral Horn bow, which I believe it applies bleeding on enemies that you hit with the arrows.
All right.
So let's talk to you. I need an axe, my friend. An iron great axe. Oh, and one thing you can tell, the heavy armor in this game, while it has very decent protective stats, it increases the cost of your spells and how much stamina you use. So if you're like me and you're planning on doing stuff with magic, I would advise against grabbing heavy armor. At least until you can find sets that reduce your cost of casting instead of increasing it. 25 gold, not a high price to pay. Alright, 25 physical damage, 24 impact, with a 1.0 attack speed. That's a lot better than where we just were. Attack speed's a little lower. I think the Felon Great Axe is a 1.1. But the higher impact and damage make this much more worth it. I need to go to the house. I need to go to Edo. We'll go home, sleep, and then we'll actually make our way to the Troglodytes so I can make a little bit more money. I would like to train with you, Edo. And so, here's our first look at the skills in the game. Trainers like Edo have like little perks under here. So he has fitness, which increases your max health, and the rate at which you restore your max health by sleeping, which immediately gonna get important skill to have. Steady arm, which while it's attached to a shield skill, you do not need a shield to benefit from the passive. It just increases your impact resistance, flat while blocking. Another important skill to have. This right here is a breakthrough skill. This and the subsequent perks afterwards are going to be really expensive. But what this does is it allows your character to partake in a specialized class, like the Spellblade, which allows you to actually use magic infusions and an elemental discharge or a gong strike. these are exclusive abilities, so if I were to choose fire, I can't get frost. And if I were to get discharge, I can't get gong strike. But I think I would rather do the fire and discharge just for the first few areas, having enemies that are a little bit weaker to fire. But I'm gonna need to get mana anyway. This little skill cost down here is a breakthrough point. Every character you make has a limited number. 3 specifically. So you can go down 3 skill paths, and there's, I think, let's see, there's 8 in the base game, and 2 in both of the expansions. Yeah, 2 in both of the expansions. There's 12 classes total that you can kind of form your character around. But the breakthrough skills are all 500 for the passive, and then 600 for each subsequent ability afterwards. So it's 1700 to get all of the Spellblade stuff. A lot more expensive for the other classes. Like Hex Mage, which is the one Prow uses, has, I think, let's see, 1, 2, I think it has like 4 or 5 skills afterwards you can learn. And it's extremely expensive. Magic for them in the Sorobar Academy is extremely expensive to learn, but highly worth it from the debuffs you can apply to enemies. It's absolutely nuts. So, now that we have the lighthouse, and that we have to talk to these guys, we have a little bit of a pause on our timed quests, so we can actually strengthen our character. Which is what we're going to do. We need to get some better clothing, and we also still need to get a better weapon. 5 hours should be... Nah, I'll sleep until the next day. The amount of time that you sleep also affects how much health you restore. If you have a lot of burnt health, you sleep for a long period of time. Recovering from a combat loss is extremely costly. Especially if you have timed quests. Yep, you see, bottom left-hand corner, my health is now full instead of having a dark red meter to go with the light red meter. What I'm going to do now is, since I'm going to be in Cierzo for a while, I'm going to set up a little alchemy bench in my house. So I can take the alchemy kit out of my inventory, and when I come back with the right supplies, I can just go ahead and start making potions. If you want to make potions, an alchemy kit is required. So you just light a campfire, throw the alchemy kit on top of it, and you can start making recipes. If you know any recipes, they'll be here on the left-hand side. Same thing with cooking. If you put in the wrong ingredients for an item, it will fail and you will lose those ingredients. So if you're making things like health potions, the materials are relatively cheap, but you don't want to mess around with losing them. Especially since gravel beetles can be a little finicky to get. Blood mushrooms are incredibly common. So with that being said, let me grab some water, boil it so I can have clean water. Instead of running back to the house, we'll go here, make a campfire in the center, and go from there. Yep, make a campfire. And we'll just put it here where everyone's walking. This looks like a good spot. Light. And here it is. I'm also gonna, if you boil salt water, you get 5 servings of salt. So if you need salt, boiling salt water is a good way to just get it. I have 8. Ooh, I still have that stuff too. I can cook it. I have to go back to the house anyway. And I'll see if I'm right, because I should be able to make a fairly decent early game food item with just the stuff I have in my inventory. And since I have 2 beetles and 2 eggs, I have 2 attempts to get the recipe correct. And when I say like 2 eggs, you could use larva eggs or pearlbird eggs in this recipe. And I think, if I remember correctly, it should be an egg, a spice beetle, and a fish. Yep, there we go. Pungent paste. It restores max health and stamina, and it also cures infections, which is something you get by getting bitten by a hyena. Let me cook this last fish just in case. Alright, there we go. We should be ready to go back out and explore some more. And since now I have an iron axe, I can make use of these predator bones in my inventory by getting another set, a piece of cloth, and I can make a better axe than what I have now. I'll keep everything else I have. Let me turn that silver into a gold bar so I have a little bit more space. It's marginal going from like 1 pound to like 0.1 pound, but inventory management is already a pain in the ass. Day 5. Alright. We still have time before winter. And I want to start getting better gear before winter actually gets here, so I don't have to worry about it. Yes, I would love to buy something. Honestly, I think padded armor would be my best bet. I can afford the chest piece, but there's no boots. What is compared? I'll leave it for now. I'll save my money. Grab that gold bar. Move that to my pocket. Alright. Let's head back out. We'll mess with a hyena. I want to see if I can grab some more predator bones, and then we'll go say hi to the fungus people. And then, if I can grab some better, I want to say better armor, but I might just need a better backpack. We'll go say hi to those bandits and mollywop them for taking my money. They better have it, because I'm not going to be happy if they don't. It's like dealing with fucking pirates in space, I swear. In that case, the Troglodyte cave is going to be to the north. The hyena cave is actually in that clearing down there to the southeast. So, let's go say hi to some hyenas. I'll see if I can grab... I can actually turn this hat into a cloth. No, I have it in my inventory, never mind. We're golden, we just need one more predator bone. And look at that. There's a hyena in the distance. I'm gonna hit it with an axe. Also, kind of realizing it now, they have like rocky protrusions on their skin. That is horrifying. These aren't just regular hyenas, they're armored hyenas. Oh, just hide. Alright, I gotta find more. Let's take a look down here. There should be 3 of them outside the entrance to the hyena cave. Dark worker attire. Good. Make use of that. I can't make another set. I have to save one of those cloths. Yeah. Alright, let's go find the rest of those hyenas, murk them, and hopefully get a predator. I think it's like it's an uncommon drop from hyenas that they'll give you predator bones. At least I hope it's uncommon. If it's a rare drop, I might be sitting here trying to kill a bunch of them, because I know several spawn points for them around the map. Some of them are actually on the Conflicts Mountain, which I'm going to need to go to anyway to acquire magic. Is that an enemy over there? Nope, that is corn. It's corn. Actually, they don't even call it corn, they call it maize. The early version of corn, before corn was corn. Don't worry, that sentence makes sense. The pearl bird is chasing the hyena. Get him, birdie, you got it. Oh, never mind, the bird's getting mollywopped. Run, bird, run! I'll save you. Oh, let me take my backpack off so I don't screw myself over. That bird is just going for it. Oh my god. Goodbye. Have a wonderful time? It's a hyena just chasing it. Oh my god. They're just fucking moving. I don't want to kill these. I don't want to fight these two out here yet. Let me go fight the one alone in the cave. I'll come back out and try to fight these two. Tactics get a little bit complicated when you're fighting more than one enemy. Instead, we'll go in here. Fight the lone hyena. Hope he drops bones. Because the axe I'll be getting can apply bleed and has a higher damage. Yep, there you are. I see your eyes in the distance. Okay. Hit you. And exit. Look at that. Almost like we intended for it to happen. No predator bones. Great. You have a weather defense potion. Excellent. I'll take these teas. That hood, you know what? I'll take it. I can turn it into a cloth and then make another bandage. There we go. Alright. Still just need one more predator bone. Ooh, I actually can't wait to go see what the Troglodytes have for me. Because they have a couple of decent treasure chest containers. I think they have two. At any rate, they also have mana stones that I can mine for more money. Alright, I need one of you. I need to bait one of them. Because if one gets aggroed, the other gets aggroed. Come on. I just need bait. Nope, never mind, he's aggroed. Come on. And down. Ow. There we go. Ooh, he's already hurt. That's gonna be a little easier. Come on. I don't want to have to chase you. There we go. I didn't get infected this time either. Ah, yes, predator bones. I can sell that hide for a decent amount too. So, something that you can do, and this is a recipe that I always make early game because it's one of the easiest weapons to make. You just need a regular iron weapon, dagger excluded, some predator bones, and if it's a two-handed weapon, you need 2 predator bones. If it's a one-handed weapon, you only need 1. But iron weapon, predator bone, cloth, and you make the fang weapons. The fang weapons have more damage, more impact. This one, surprisingly enough, has a higher attack speed, but it also has a chance to inflict bleed on the enemy, which causes a damage over time effect. And as you can see, it changes our Bardiche into a more of a Dane axe type of thing. Imagine that, from all those little bone chips to having 2 big mouths on our weapon. What an upgrade. Alright. Let's take one of these bandages. We're good on everything else for now. Let's go say hi to the Troglodytes, make some more money, and then we'll go say hi to those bandits. Ooh, if only I could find... Let me see if I can find some supply chests on the way. Because if I can get some power cores, we can get a very good backpack very early. There's different kinds of backpacks in the game. The one I'm wearing right now is kind of like the basic one, the primitive satchel. 25 carry weight, slows you down when you dodge. If you combine it with a different series of items, you can get better backpacks. But there's also better ones that you can find. The one I'm talking about right now, the one that I need 2 power cores for, is the highest capacity backpack in the game. But it also slows down your dodging, so whenever you get into combat, remember to drop your backpack. Drop your pants, otherwise you cannot fight effectively. Where? Yep. right over there. Conflux Mountain to the south. The cave I'm heading to has a lot of enemies in it, so I'm gonna need to be careful so I don't get cornered. Oh, Gab, you missed it. I don't know if you saw the little white ostrich running away from the hyena. This game is absolutely gorgeous. I need to find a couple of good screenshot spots. When I was on my laptop when I was on vacation, I actually took a couple of screenshots when I was in the volcanic region called the Caldera. And there's just areas that look really... If I can get on top of the Conflux Mountain, actually, there's a good view of the entire area. Actually, you know what? That's a good goal. Let me get to the top of the Conflux Mountain. Maybe after getting some better gear, so I can go unlock magic and show you guys how scenic this game can actually be. Like, I cannot sing any higher praises for it, and it's probably just because of like how I am with certain games, but this one just hits home for me so hard because I used to play ESO a lot, and my favorite thing to do in Elder Scrolls Online is to try to come up with the most weird build that I can while making it viable for endgame. And I have a lot of issues with how Zos has been handling with the game, especially with a lot of nerfs. But I no longer feel like I'm able to... Ooh, I can wear that. No longer feel like I'm able to play the game as I have before. So this one actually fills the niche very well. Especially with like... Oh, I dropped my backpack by mistake. With how you can build your character with like passives, weapons, weapon abilities, different hotbar loadouts, foods and potions. It just scratches that itch for me of like wanting to create some unique build that can potentially be viable for, in this case, survival and fighting extreme enemies. Like, for me, this game just hits a lot of stuff that just really reach. The survival aspect as well makes it a unique way to actually go through a campaign where you're just a regular person, where circumstances force you to become better at combat and survival, and pretty much force yourself to get into the larger plot of the world at whole. Because regardless of your character's intervention, you'll notice in the main quest, it happens whether you're there or not. And that's one of the things I like about this game, because even though you insert yourself into so many people's lives, things happen without you, and it's your choice to get involved and change people's lives for better or worse. A simple person can do so much to help others. And that, I think, is a lesson that this game teaches you, that like, even if you yourself are a normal person, you can do so much to affect the lives of everyone around you. Especially these troglodytes, which need to have their lives removed from this cycle. Begone, thought! Pick my backpack back up. That giant heart garnet is going to be important. Since I plan on going through the Blue Chamber Collective, I cannot sell it like I normally would. Not like it's very expensive, but I have to make sure I save it. What did I just... I don't need this. That's a very cheap weapon. Actually, these don't even cost very much either. I may as well save space in my inventory and get rid of those. Now, let's continue on. Hopefully leave enough corpses in obvious enough spots so I can separate the troglodytes in that main room. Because there is a not a mini boss, but an elite enemy that I'd rather not fight with his minions. Oh, come on. Be gone! Ooh, thick oil. Actually, I don't have a lantern. I don't need that. Oh, is there another one in here? I thought I just heard the telltale rah of a trog. Oh, yep, there he is. Drop the backpack. Come on. Oh, yeah. Kicked him successfully without him dodging. Eat shit. Star mushroom, I don't need that yet. We'll make a left. There should be a couple of containers to loot that I can get some money from. Alright, here we go. I can sell that. A warming potion recipe. I don't need the rest of that. One thing you also learn early on is you don't necessarily need to pick up everything you find. So unless you know the value of an item, if you're trying to make money, there's no point in picking certain things up. Oh, there's two of you. There's two of you. I should have blocked, but no issue. Come on, do your charge. Oh, I can take advantage of that. You missed twice. The good thing about yes, you do be a loot truck. Honestly, I do want to like I want to get Proud to be home because I'm pretty much forcing him to do a Troglodyte playthrough of this game. And the look of some of the Troglodytes just running around with enhanced movement speed, absolutely stupid. It's so funny. Be a loot truck. It's the evolved version of a loot goblin where you just pick everything up and smack people with your loot sack when they get close. Clean water. Is this a burial location? Hold up, I never noticed this. There's dead troglodytes all around this little spire right here. The purple ones are filled with magic. So are they anticipating that this stone may eventually become a mana stone? Are they trying to revive these troglodytes into mana troglodytes? These creatures are fucking weird. But cool. Yes, this way. I didn't loot this yet, did I? I did not, but the omelet sounds like a good idea. Oh, this is where I came from. Alright, let's go back down this way. Let's see if the elite enemy in this area actually came out of his room. Because if he did, or if the little guys did, it should be easier to fight them. They did not. Okay. So, ooh, hold on. One of them's coming out. One of them's coming out. Here we go. Oh, I see the light. I see the light. I see the light. Ooh, he got buffed. I don't need you and your shenanigans. Be gone, thought. Oh, he has discipline and ooh, all right. So, here's the elite of this cave, the Trog Father, as I call him. Oh, you know, I don't have to worry about him using that ability. As long as I can... Ow. Yeah, here we go. Knock him over. And execute. Alright, there we go. Hardest enemy in the cave dead. I am in pain. The debuff I currently have, I think, is called Confusion. Let's double check. Yep, impact resistance lowered, movement speed lowered. That's going to be a pain in the ass. Let's lower my weight by destroying that staff. Some mana stones. Ooh, I have another thing that I can do when I get back to Cierso. Mana stones are an important resource. They're used in a couple of different things. One of them is to make varnishes, where you need a bottle of alcohol, some resource, I forgot which ones you need. Yeah, loot truck. Pack mule have an ass bit. Listen, I don't have the good backpack yet. I can't be a loot trog. I can't sit here and be an absolute fucking goblin yet. But eventually I will be a goblin. I found another sapphire. I need a aquamarine. I didn't want to drink that. I wanted to use this. I think there's still a fuel. Pack mule, yeah, eat those oats. Motherfucker. Actually, that reminds me. F, open satchel. Let me eat an omelet. No, I want to eat the omelet. Don't use it. Eat the eggs. There we go. Health regen. Alright, now let's cause pain to the other troglodytes in this dungeon. I have no idea where they are. I was getting ready for combat, and I don't even know where the last two are. Trogfather. Alright, let's take a look. Let's exterminate the rest of these fungus bastards. Hello? Troglodytes. I know there's still at least one of you left. It's fucking dark down here. I don't have a light. Wait a minute, I have a hex cleaner. There we go. Reduce my chances of taking status effects. Do the good old look behind you trick. Oh, more... Is that another dead troglodyte over there? Nope, that's just a rock. I know there's a mana troglodyte around here, I just don't know where it went. Hex cleaners. You know what? This is a good haul of loot. Let's bring this back. I may buy a different backpack. And since I have this weapon, we might be able to challenge the bandits that took our lunch money and actually win. In this game, there's not like traditional level ups. You don't progress naturally through like an XP system. You progress as a character by getting weapons, getting armor, getting skills. So you can sit here and easily still get mollywopped by a troglodyte or a basic bandit, but if you have the right weapons, equipment, and reflexes to kind of like dodge and block, you're pretty much fine. I was confident enough that I could tank that. I'm honestly just, I'm glad I was able to tank that troglodyte's hits. Because I was like half certain I probably would have gotten knocked over and fucked, and half certain that I would have been able to win. That was a 50-50 that I'm glad I took. Because I can go back and get even more money because I have a alchemy station set up. Important alchemy stations are. Oh, that loading screen tip as well. Having multiple water skins is incredibly useful. Because I learned from Prow, who, since he plays a magic character, he needs to create different potions for different things. And some of the potions that he uses use different types of water. Like leyline water from places like the Conflux Mountain, rancid water from like caves, the marshes, wells underground. Some of them are contaminated. But they need different types of water to make different types of potions. And the strongest potions in the game use water that you don't normally have to drink. Which... Okay, I do have a water skin. It's full of regular water. For the purposes of us early game, the basic water is fine. Because if you're just making regular health potions, I think it's water, a gravel beetle, and blood mushrooms. And if you want to make an enhanced potion, you use this, the greasy ferns. Incredibly valuable resource. Which you can also tell if you go to the alchemist, because she charges you 30 coins for buying one. And that's, I think, the cheapest price you can get them, other than finding the one on top of that mountain, or maybe a few in a chest. So we actually got off pretty well. Because we can turn both of our life potions into greater life potions with those ferns. And I'll show you what I mean by heading back to Cierzo. I should grab, now that I have those boots, I'm going to grab the padded armor, so that way I'm not as squishy as I was before. Hello there, good sir.
Greetings, friend.
I'm here to run your pockets. Yeah, I'll sell those. Bring that. That has to go in my loot chest. Sell one of those mana stones. I'll see if I can buy some beetles and fish, because I can make some more food. Pungent paste is a really good food. I think it has one of the highest times that you can keep it in your inventory. It's like 30 days you can have it before it spoils. So it's a really good food to have, especially early game, because it restores burnt health, burnt stamina, and you could just have it in your inventory and it won't go bad very quick. Alright, I don't think I have... You know, I'll sell that varnish. I don't need it right now. Yeah. Merchant doesn't have enough silver. You poor bastard. There we go. Preservation pack basically doubles the duration. Yeah, the preservation backpack, I think that's the one you get from
What can I do?
The Vendavel quest, which is one of the first timed quests you get notified about if you are in Berg, which is in the Enmakar Forest, one of the locations.
All right.
If you do it a certain way, you get a very good backpack for preserving like food and materials that you can actually make potions and food out of. Yeah, the pacifist route. Honestly, the going full pacifist isn't exactly worth it, because the if you want to make a frost tank, then having the Crimson Shield is necessary for the drip. It's just straight drip. Why am I in your inventory again? Alright, I'm gonna sell you this. No, because I think I can get a cutlass somewhere if I have an aquamarine. So I'm gonna save that.
Hey there!
We go to you. And you do have stuff that I can use. I'll get some beetles. I'll sell one of these since I don't need the extra. Do you have... You have another greasy fern, which I will take. I will not take. I might be shooting myself in the foot here with that. Nah, I'm not going to worry about that armor. I'll sell that. Yeah. I'll take 2 beetles. I'll make 2 more potions. And we'll go from there. Oh, while I'm here, let me actually sell that hat. And I'm going to show you guys one of those things I was talking about earlier. One of the more easily missed armors in the game. Here's the location to get 2 pieces of it. Oh. It's finicky to get up there. Ah, you bastard, don't slide down. Let me take this off. And see if running up in just my regular gear... Yep. Here we go. Come on. There we are. Now, up here, Merton's ribcage and Merton's shin bones. Let me grab the head, and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about from earlier. There we go, no health damage. Luckily enough, this stuff costs £0, so we don't have to worry about being overweight. The Merton set is literally just for drip. You get nothing for it, and it takes up your armor slots. So it's not recommended to use it as your as like your actual factual armor. Motherfucker. Come on, his head's up here. Was it that one or was it this one? Which one was easier to climb? They're both a pain in the ass. The head is on top of this place. Fuck. Come on. Darn it. I wonder if I can actually get here. There we go. That's what we were looking for. You love to see it. Here we go. Get up here, and here's his head. And all this set does is it turns you into a skeleton. That's literally all. That's the only purpose of this set. It has no buffs. There's no secret to it. It just turns you into a skeleton. And honestly, I'd rather have the skelly head until I get a better helmet than the noble one, because I don't need that right now. Listen, I'll leave him dead with this. It's funny.
Greetings, friend.
There's also Merton's Fire Poker, which I know the exact location of. I just have to get there, and it's a weapon that deals innate fire damage, and it counts as a mace. So if you have builds that use the mace, you can use his Fire Poker.
Greetings, friend.
Sell that, get a little bit of extra money, and clear his pocket. And now, we'll actually drop off the Spore Shield, go to our house, and start preparing for the next leg of our journey. Hello there.
Greetings, friend.
Always a pleasure. What do you want? I'm here about
Lend
work.
me your ear.
If you talk to her before going to that cave, she tells you that she's looking for a mushroom. So I'm looking for something I can do nearby.
As a matter of fact, I could use a brash explorer for something.
Tell me, what will you risk for some silver? If the pay's good, I'm willing to put my life in danger.
Here's what I need.
I'm looking for a particularly rare mushroom in the shape of a shield. I hear it grows in Blister Burrow, northeast of Cierzo. Well, luckily I didn't have to pick up the one that was on the floor. I found one in the chest.
You'll know it if you find it.
The primary characteristics are its immense size and red color. Bring me that mushroom and I'll pay you 70 silver for it. Troglodytes and dark caves. What kind of properties does the mushroom have? That's a trade secret. Maybe I'll tell you later. Are you interested or not?
Perfect. Make sure you have a good
she actually
weapon,
gives you
a
antidotes for
lantern, and plenty of supplies.
It's a dark cave and you'll be putting your life on the line. Don't forget Trogs have poor eyesight but fantastic hearing.
Lend me your ear.
To get to Blister Burrow, head out Cierzo's main gate, follow the road north, and then left, where you will find another fork in the road at the gate. Turn left again. You'll know you're going the right way if you see crude statues made by the Troglodytes. The entrance should be just ahead of you along the hillside. So kind of just letting you know that the Troglodytes do know how to make statues. They are a relatively intelligent species. They just don't care about anyone else.
Lend me your ear.
And I love it too, because it's like Troglodytes exist, other races exist, Troglodytes, and I took that personally.
You've
There's that
earned
mushroom
this.
you wanted. I'll take that 70 silver. And we're gonna we need to save the giant heart garnet, because we are going to the Blue Chamber Collective. Let's go talk to you.
Greetings, friend.
I'm gonna take another one of your gold bars. Oh, wait a minute.
Greetings, friend.
No, you don't have it. I was gonna see if he had an adventurer's backpack, because sometimes the Cereborian trader does have the adventurer's backpack, which has a higher carry weight compared to the primitive satchel, but it doesn't slow you down when you dodge, and that is important. In the meantime, though, I will take one of these. I probably shouldn't have even bothered buying one of these, but it's fine. I could sell you salt? Normally, other NPCs don't buy salt from you. Okay, I can deal with that. I can't sell the linen cloth. 0 coins. Alright. There we go. And now, change our backpack by doing this. Take everything. Take everything. Move this to our bag. Move that to our bag. And let's go stuff things into our stash chest. One of the good things, which is an update brought into this game through like the definitive edition, and I think the base version might have gotten the update as well. Your stash chests are connected. So if you were to put stuff into the stash chest in Cierso, if you get the house in, let's say, Berg out in the Enmakar Forest, you can access your stash. So they made it a lot easier to kind of like transfer items around. You can keep it inside of a stash chest, go to a friend's game, like take out some supplies as you need it, instead of just carrying everything around base. So they made it a lot more, like, it's just a quality of life improvement that I'm extremely happy they did. Here we go. And make those health potions I've been meaning to make. So first, we're going to do the Greasy Fern and the Life Potion. And that makes the Great Life Potion. And now, we are going to make a regular Life Potion with a Gravel Beetle, some clean water, and a Blood Mushroom. And since I had enough to make 2, I went ahead and did that. They are half a pound each. And since we're early game, we don't really need the high potion. So I'm just going to leave that in my chest. Winter's not here. I don't need the weather defense potion. I can sell the makeshift armor. Ooh, right. Before I forget, something that's important. If you don't need to make varnishes and you have mana stones, a good ingredient to just have base, crystal powder. 4 mana stones makes 1 crystal powder. If you're playing on a character that doesn't have gear that resists weather, crystal powder and greasy ferns make a weather defense potion. If you have like the right passive, this potion plus maybe like 1 food buff will make you immune to weather effects. It's a really good potion to have and a really good recipe to keep in mind. For the time being, though, this is actually one of those, one of the only crafted items in the game that gets reduced in value when you make it. Because normally, I think the mana stones are worth like 5 or 6 coins. The crystal powder is worth 14. So you lose a lot. If you're trying to make money, sell the mana stones as they are.
Hey there!
But if you want to make stuff, you can decon them into that powder and start making more useful items.
Is the plan. Hey, listen!
And she is looking for crystal powder.
Here, this is yours.
And she gives me 15 silver, which is 1 more coin worth than what the crystal powder is. Crystal powder is worth 14 coins base. So she kind of overpaid us for it, but that's not bad. Sell that. I'll keep the warm potion, since I think that gives me the warming boon. Incredibly useful to have. And since I have a little bit more space than anticipated, I will keep it how it is for now. Alright, I have a little bit better armor. I have a better weapon. Let me actually take a moment to rest, and then I'll go out and explore a little bit more. I have 200 coins worth of gold. Once I can unlock Spellblade, I'll go ahead and go to the Conflux Mountain, so I can actually unlock magic. And I think what I'll do from there is I may head to Monsoon, which is in the Hollowed Marshes. I'm thinking of grabbing the Wayward Monk skill tree, so that way I have increased stamina, and then I can grab the Unerring Hunter for increased health. Here we go. And maybe that'll give me a decent enough build to deal some fine damage. Because it's not always about, like, the equipment you have. The equipment you have helps immensely, but the skills and passives are, like, really what help you, like, get into the rhythm. Right. So, now that we are a little bit more properly kitted out with some more equipment and materials, let's go say hi to those bandits and treat them the way that they treated us by hitting them over the head with a large weapon. But it's either that or I go into... No. Yeah, I'll go hit that fortress, and then I'm going to go to the Conflux Mountain. Because I do want to show you guys, since it's going to be daytime a little bit sooner, I do want to show you guys the view from the top of the Conflux Mountain. Because you can see pretty far. They have a pretty decent render distance for the terrain. Let's head into here. And once it gets more light out, walking towards the Conflux Mountain is actually a better sight to see, because the grass has like a special property. Which faction are you going to join? Good question, PDS. I'm going to go with the Blue Chamber Collective, because I'm thinking of doing a type of Spellblade build, and the Blue Chamber actually has a couple of decent perks for that. Mostly the mana and the health one, since you can get, I think, an extra, like, what was that, 25 health, 25 mana? I was thinking if I was going to do something like kind of hybriding magic and melee, I probably would, it was either Blue Chamber or the Sorabar Collective. Because I know the Sorabar has, reduces your cooldowns, but the Blue Chamber is better just for sustain, I believe. More health and more magic is not a bad thing to have. And since I'm also going to go with Wayward Monk and Unerring Hunter, I should have enough weapon abilities to kind of keep myself above the enemy. Bullying them into submission and then hitting them with magic is going to be a good thing. I'm going to be relying a lot more on infusions, but having guard counters and the rage and discipline buffs are going to be really good. And when I say rage and discipline, because I know there are a few people that watch my streams who may not have seen this game before. Rage and discipline are two boons you can get fairly early game that don't require magic, and they increase your damage and your impact. So it's extremely good to have, and pretty much a requirement for melee builds if you want to like deal the most amount of damage. I think so far I've mostly just been like gushing about things that I know and like sharing the sights of the landscape with chat. This is a game that's been very near and dear to my heart when I've been playing it with Prow, and we've been playing this for like several months now, because we found it, I want to say like more towards like beginning halfway through summer, and we've just been consistently having a really good time with it. Ooh, maybe I can go fight that Wendigo as well, because I will need occult remains if I want to upgrade this axe again. And that'll be good to have early on. Because there's a decent mid-game axe that you can get fairly early just in Cierzo. All the materials are present. Oh yeah, the music in this game is I entered the Caldera for the first time, and just the ambient music, perfect. It's like, I don't know what it does, but like, it's perfect adventuring music, and it just hits that vibe in me that's just like, ayo, I could fucking put this on loop while playing a different game, and it would be perfect either way. Alright, I'm waiting for you to make the first move there. There you go. Now you're open to retaliation, motherfucker. There we are. I'll leave my backpack right there for now. Oh no, my pouch! Antidote, he doesn't have anything valuable. Where's the hyena that's usually skulking up? The bandit lieutenant saw me. Is he? He's running into the wall. I can hit him through it. Come on, go to the wall again. Stay on the wall. I can cheese you, bitch. Don't think I won't. Ooh, I almost got mollywopped. Hammers have a very high impact. Is his AI borked? Because he's supposed to go for the door. He might have a borked AI today. Are you bleeding yet, motherfucker? Ow! He hit my skull. Rude as fuck. Aha, you're almost dead. There we are. His weapon fell through the wall. I'll put that in my backpack. Iron grade hammer is decent enough to sell. Let's bandage my wounds. There we go. Grab that. And now let's loot Bandit Lieutenant. I can use these. Traps are very good to have, especially early on. I'm not going to waste it on the mage. I'll use it on the boss. Come on, get out of that hole. Ow! Come on, stagger. There we are. I'll use that. We'll keep that on us. There we are. Whoop. There's also a couple of locations in this game that I haven't been to yet, so exploring is going to be another part that I'm going to try to do a little bit better in this playthrough. Darktide voices have accent and they sound fantastic. Oh my god. I can't fucking wait for Darktide, man. This month is me and my buddies are eating good this month because not only has because we played Deep Rock Galactic a lot together too. Past couple of streams have been like Deep Rock streams, but there's that. Vermintide's getting an update. Darktide's coming out this month, so like me and my immediate friends are like we're eating good this month as gamers. Nothing really useful yet. Yeah, let's go kill that mage. And then I'll grab my backpack, lead the boss down there for a better arena. Oh, come on. Now I can bully you. You're in a corner. Ow! I was gonna say I can bully you. You're in a corner, but you're no longer in the corner. Get out of here. The mages you find do not drop their weapons. Only downside. Alright, so since I'm going to be luring this guy down, let's make a bleed trap. Also with these tripwire traps, you don't have to just put spikes in them. You can make different kinds of traps by putting different things. Like, as you can see, I could put a mining pick in here, make a bludgeon trap. I could make a spike trap with the fishing harpoon or these spikes. You can also make superior versions of them by putting in certain monster materials, or even make like poison traps. Then there's also pressure plates and explosive charges, but you can only use those if you pick the Rogue Engineer class. And that's, there's a lot of dagger skills with that, too. Alright, come on, Mr. Brigand. Ooh, he's fucking moving. He's fucking moving. Come on, step on the tripwire. Step on the tripwire. You know you want to. Yeah, get bleed, bitch. Man, am I glad you're using a halberd. Come on. Alright, I can take advantage of that. He somehow missed. Absolutely sauced on. Bandit 1. Ah, shit, stepped in a trap. Oh, fuck, I'm bleeding to death. Somebody help me. Bandit 2. You have a fishing hook in your pinky toe. Oh my god. Oh no, I'm bleeding. Sir, it's just a fishing hook. I'm bleeding! Get the medic! Just imagine it too, like the bludgeoning trap with a fucking mining pick. The dude's just walking, he just gets fucking nailed in the chest by a pickaxe. They also have, they have different animations for the items you put in. You could put a sword onto a spike trap, and like, a blade pops out of the ground and just slashes into them. The animations are so dumb, but it's so fun. Ooh, a brutal club. That's a good amount of money. And I got some wine, which I can save 1 for a timed quest, and I can put the other 2 into varnishes. It's too late for me. Go on. I cannot survive. The bleeding is too much. Sir, we can... I have a band-aid right here. It's a Johnson & Johnson. Oh, shit. 2 archers. That shouldn't be too bad. Oh. I don't have any... I do. Use that. Now that I have that aquamarine, if I can fight a sapphire, I can just go ahead and do that one thing. Ooh. Hold on. Might be a little overkill. Ow! You Kentucky Fried... Be gone, sucker! Oh, let me just lower my mic volume a bit. People are yelling in the house. You know what? You wouldn't think getting hit by a fire axe made out of bones would hurt, but, you'd be wrong. This is what's weighing me down. Grab my backpack. And I think there's one more bandit I get to bully. And he came over here when I woke up and prevented me from grabbing my shit. So I'm gonna do him the same courtesy he did me and beat his ass. Where you at, bitch? I know you exist. It doesn't seem to be here. Did this bandit leave? Huh. Well, that's anticlimactic. I cleared out the whole place then. Regular claymore. You know, I could sell all that. My bag is overweight. You know what? They make a good point. That is 6 pounds of weight that I don't need. Let's see what the chest up top has, and then I'll decide if I need to drop anything. Because I should be able to just hobble my way back to Sierra with this full backpack. Backpack full, head empty. We got a full sack with us today, boys. Oh yeah, actually, I did loot this chest, didn't I? I'm just an idiot. Yeah, I did. Alright, let's head back to Sierra. Wait a minute. No. Let me sleep. I'll drop my bag for now. I'm gonna do something incredibly stupid. And... ooh. No. I was gonna say, let me go ahead and fight the Wendigo. But it'll be nighttime. No, I can sleep in Sierra and then come back. I can sleep in Sierra Stone and then come back out. The Conflux Mountain can wait. It's not that far away. So, now that I have better equipment, I'm thirsty. Luckily enough, I still have water skin that has water. Here we go. And now, since that Wendigo is still outside the Montcalm fort, that is going to be our next test fight. We're marginally better than we were before. I have to be, like, somewhat careful. There's, like, people in my house that don't have, like, volume control when they speak. And they're, like, right outside my door right now. There it is. Oh, wait a minute. Are you guys sensing the same opportunity that I'm sensing? Hello, bandits. I need to borrow you for a moment. Come on. I just have to get the Wendigo to hit them instead of me. There we go. He probably has the Archer's attention. Nope, never mind. Archer has my attention. Get fucked, bozo. Oh god, you just fucking mollywop those bandits. No, you don't. Come on, man. It's you and me. Oh, he's in his combo. That didn't hurt nearly as much as it did before. I'm cold now. I am cold. I need a hex cleaner. Alright, let me see. My backpack's over there. I can grab one of my health potions. There's a rock between me and him. Use and dodge. Never mind. String animation's too long. Oh, he's bleeding. Convenient. Come on. There we go. Do that. Ooh. He's a fast boy. Oh, that hits twice. Haha, I can block it somewhat. Ow. Alright, not a good spot to be in. Oh, good chance? Nah. Come on. Let's see if I can drag him away a bit. Grab my backpack. Ooh, I almost got hit. 1 HP, man. Ooh, my backpack's overweight. I forgot about that. Health potion. There it is. There we go. Ooh, wait a minute. Smart. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Drop. Come on, now I'm a little bit more ready. Chance. Ah. Oh, I didn't expect the third hit. Ouch. Mm-hmm. Well, I got taken prisoner again, but luckily they're already all dead. Everything's been equipped. Iron scrap, dark worker attire. I don't need any of that. The bandits, the dead bandits captured me again. At the very least, I don't have to worry about any of them being alive. Backpack. Chest. Take all my stuff back. Oh, they put everything else in my backpack. Let's see. This can go into my pocket. Ooh, this. Hold on, how much space do I have? Moved bag. Moved bag. Pocket. Pocket. There we go. Alright. Well, I'm marginally better at fighting a Wendigo. I need to be a little bit more prepared. Maybe if I had a cooling boon as well as a warming boon, I could probably deal fire damage and be more resistant to ice. Because that's the majority of what the Wendigo does, is like cold damage. So if you have a decent cold resistance, the fight itself should be easier. I just suck. Alright, here we go. Oh! He's right there. I'll be coming back for you. I think there's 3 Wendigos in this area that you can fight. One of them is a mini-boss, and it's for a quest. The other 2 are just regular Wendigos, and they're like elite enemies. Kind of like how the Trogfather was a elite Troglodyte. Still easy to fight because Troglodytes are fairly simple enemies as long as there's not a horde of them. Same thing with the bandits as well. Like, regular bandits are not too bad as long as there's not a lot of them. But once you find, like, you'll notice what the elite versions look like is they'll have, like, either different looks to them if they're animals, or they'll have better equipment if they're bandits. Like, the bandit lieutenants will often have, like, an iron weapon with the brigand armor. The marsh bandits, like, the elites will have the Pathfinder armor, which is green. Some of them, I think, also use prayer swords, which is a great sword with a red rope around it. I'm not sure why the red rope makes it do more damage, but the drip is real. There's some more bandits over there. I need to sleep. Let's head to Sierso. We'll take a small nap, and then we'll head right to the top of the Conflux Mountain. Because I do still want to show off the view from the top. It's a very beautiful game. Even like limping my way back to Sierso, like that's a very bright sunrise. But looking over the horizon with all the mountains in the distance, really fucking nice. What? It's only day 7. All right, we're still on good time. The reason I'm looking at the day is there are seasons in the game, and winter in Sierso, and if you're going to the Antique Plateau through the Cerberorian DLC, winter can really mess you up. Granted, the Abyssar Desert can too, because the heat just slowly kills you. But the cold weather applies more debuffs, and I don't want to deal with that. Added boots. Let's sell all that. Scavenger boots, I don't need that. Blessed potions. I'm not fighting anything lightning related. Actually, mist potions would be really good for a certain area. You actually reset your money recently, good sir. No shot, the bandits stole 2 of my gold bars. They fucking did. I hate that. Got home earlier since Grandma was kind of busy today. Oh, well, at the very least you're home.
Greetings, friend.
So, Prow, I'm just figuring this out now. The bandits at the Montcalm Fort, when they take you prisoner, you lose money. A lot of it. That was 200 coins I lost. Oh well, I don't need it right now. It's not absolutely necessary. Small setback. Let me go sleep. I'll actually put my money in a stash chest just to protect it. There we go. And I'll put Merton's set in there. Stash these away. We'll go make some more taurine. Then we'll head to the Complex Mountain because I'll have more stuff to do there. There we go. Luckily enough, we are in our house. And even though I'm desperately thirsty, resting at home restores food and drink. So you don't have to worry about grabbing like food or clean water when you go back home. Sleeping in an inn, a plant tent, or your own house instantly, like not instantly, but it restores all of your necessities. It's also a good place to repair your stuff. And so, with the sun rising, make our way to the Complex Mountain, and we'll end our stream there as a preparation for next time. We'll go through the back today. Just because this lets us out a little bit closer where we need to go. Oh, wait a minute. I need to talk to Roland. Let me talk to everyone, and then I'll leave. Because I'm just remembering that Roland can give you stuff. It's actually part of the blue chamber if you talk to him at like important moments. Like right now,
Yes,
when he
he's
figures
awful.
out there's a blood price. So, you know, yeah, it was my fault the boat got wrecked. It's my fault these ends got a blood price to pay. It's my fault your investment went belly up because I was a careless idiot. I don't even know how Risa found out. It's like she has some kind of sixth sense. Grow up and stop whining. We all have burdens to bear. That's what Risa told me. I guess this is just the way the world is. Shut up, give up on your life, and live for everyone else. Fine. I can try at least. How do you intend to pay your blood price?
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
I don't know. I'm bad at everything I do. I don't have the patience to fish. I'm not good with steel. I might just throw myself at the outside world and try to make it there. That's the spirit. Make it work or die trying. Maybe I should beg Edo to teach me some of his personal combat skills. I don't want to be torn to pieces by hyenas or troglodytes. I think I may have done that wrong, because normally he gives you stuff. There's 3, 1, 2. I may have gotten. Nah, I didn't. He gives you 2 hex cleaners. But the important part is getting him the stuff when he's at the Blue Chamber Collective, because that's for the perfect ending to his quest. Also, kind of like a late into the stream spoiler, I've made it to the point where I've had end game gear and mastered like 3 breakthrough skills, all without finishing any mainline quest. I just liked exploring certain areas that much. So this is going to be like a genuine playthrough of trying to finish like main story quests on stream and sharing the experience of an absolutely lovely game with the rest of chat. Because especially this year, indie and small studios have really been treating us right. And in I actually posted it in a Discord that I made to kind of just like put out like plans of what I'm doing. I posted the link to a Twitter page for a game currently in development called Blight Survival, and it looks like an extremely promising game. It's a small studio, so I'm a little skeptical, but from what they've been showcasing with like the gameplay trailer, the gameplay reveal trailer, because it's alpha stuff, and some of their system upgrades like movement, bow work, and things like that, it looks like it's going to be a decent game coming out. If they do really well with Blight Survival, then Einmar Studios is going to be a company to keep an eye on. Because they might, if they put the same amount of passion into future games that they're putting into this current one, and if it comes out well, then they're going to be good people to look after. I'm kind of wondering too, because a lot of small studios, because Outward works on a peer-to-peer system, to where you're just directly connecting with another person. So like lag is a huge feature. I wonder how they're going to work it with Blight Survival, if they're just going to do regular peer-to-peer, or if they're going to make use of Steam's client services. Because Steam also has a service, I think through... I know there's a mod for another game to where you can play it with like more people than what's available, to where it uses Steam's client web services instead of just like a regular peer-to-peer connection, so that way the multiplayer is more stable. I forgot which game it was, so I'd have to take a look, but it'd be interesting to see like where a lot of like the newer indie games go, especially with this game being what it is, from a small studio of like 15 people. It's incredibly well done. I also played The Last Aura Crew from the same developer, and I get the criticisms of English, please, English. The criticisms of the game. A lot of people going into it haven't played Outward, and the game itself feels like, oh, the combat's clunky, graphics are weird, whatever, and of course, the bugs. For me, going into The Last Aura Crew, coming in from Outward, that game is a lot more polished in terms of how its combat works, because it's very similar to how Outward is, but it's more responsive compared to what you're doing here. Outward is a lot harder in terms of how its combat works. And in The Last Aura Crew, they have a legitimate leveling system instead of doing the process of getting skills, getting weapons, getting armor. And while that stuff does matter in Last Aura Crew, it's not as major as having the impact of higher skills just from your level. Alright. Let's get to the top of this mountain. That's the Black Pearl Bird again. No, 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 no! Ooh, please no. Ooh. It's the second time that thing has seen me today, and it is just out to give me a fucking heart attack. I'm perfectly fine with fucking with a Wendigo, but for some reason, the Black Pearl Bird is absolutely terrifying. Probably easier to kill, but still, the attack damage that it has, absolutely fucking goated. I've seen it take out like roaming groups of bandits just with complete ease, like 1- and 2-shotting them. It's hilarious to watch, horrifying to fight. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can avoid the rock mantis that's at the top. Worst comes to worst, I slap it. Or get slapped. I'm more interested in the view right now. There shouldn't be... There might be some bandits on the mountain too. Oh, please let me up. Please. There we go. Just even this view right here of the bay. The bandit camp, vigil pylon. the path to the forest. Very much a screenshot happy game. I forgot. I forget words. My coffee is worn off. Get that dirty bean water in the morning. The most important way to start the day. Oh yeah, I also have the ghost pass I have to go through as well for the weather protection passive. That way is towards the marsh, which is over here. I've been playing this. It just shows like how long I've been playing the game to where like the approximate location of one landmark, and I know immediately where to go to get anywhere that I need to be. I think there's just maybe 1 or 2 dungeons in Cierzo that I haven't fully done. Yeah, I think there's one that has like a pirate skeleton, and then the other one is the Lightmender dungeon. Because there is a Lightmender dungeon in Cierzo that I haven't done. I've been there with my buddy Prow, but we also got our asses kicked a couple times. We didn't go fully through, and that's the problem. At least not that I remember. Prow, correct me if I'm wrong. Did we fully go through the Lightmender dungeon in Cierzo? I forgot. I don't even know if he's here. There we go, Mana Stone. How did they get... I'm actually now like curious. How do they get such big metal braces to go around the mountain like this? This is just such a nice view. If it wasn't for the fart clouds of corruption off in the distance, it'd be like perfect. Those fart clouds of corruption apply debuffs that make your character get hungry and thirsty faster, and it eventually gets to the point where it like reduces your movement speed, makes you easier to get fatigued, and once you get towards like the defiled status, there's a chance to where a ghost pops out of your body and tries to kill you, and that's just like a manifestation of the corruption in your system. Also, when you get to that level, you have a chance of just randomly exploding and dying, so try to avoid being at high corruption if you can. Carry around Sanctifier Impurity Potions, or if you're a mage, and you go down the Hex Magic tree, there is a skill that allows you to literally just rip the corruption out of your body. In which case, make sure you have bandages, because a gaping hole in your chest is not a good thing to have. Alright, here's the top of the Conflux Mountain. I'm going to ignore that rock mantis. And you know what? This seems like a good spot to kind of leave off. It's a wonderful view of all of the Chersonia's region. Ooh, that guy's going to wake up if I walk closer. Thank you guys all for joining me today for this first stream of like a solo Outward run. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all again next time. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, before I do that, let me check, because I'm going to see if I have someone that I can raid into. Nope. I don't have anyone on right now that I can raid into. Alright. Well, thank you guys once again for joining. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye-bye!